Well, well, well. What do we have here? Ida. I'm Raida. Devil Without a Cause, RaidaZERO. Heavy Metal VTuber. How you doing? I'm here today with the SoundWeeb himself. What is up, my guy?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, lower this volume here. Balancing.
Am I too aggressive? Too loud? I'm too much for your virgin ears.
My virgin ears. Oh. Flesh tuber. Yep. In the flesh. Breaking new ground.
Break.
It's my first time watching your stream. Hey, what's up, Frozen Raven? How you doing? Who do we have in the chat today? We got Unicode, Minkyu, Xerox, Zeffy's in my chat. What the fuck? Like, she's gone now already, but holy shit. Like, seriously? God. Fu, Kaju, Doom, Frozen Raven, Chris Hansen himself. He's gonna have a seat right over there. And yeah, what's going on? How is everybody? You guys do you guys know of the SoundWeeb, the legend that is Jay,
The Legend 27.
the Legend 27? Yeah,
How you doing, chat? Good to see you.
it's pretty exciting. Look, check out his hair, his side swoop. What do you call that hairstyle, by the way?
This? I don't know. It's probably like a if it were like down here, it'd be kind of like a fringe probably, but it's like
Fringe?
way over here. So I don't know. I don't know.
When
Side
whenever
swoop sounds good.
whenever I see that hairstyle, I call it flock of seagulls.
I love that.
Even though I know that's not the actual name, like there is an
Flock.
actual style called flock
I
of
love
seagulls.
that.
Yeah.
No, we'll call it flock of seagulls for now. I love that.
All right, excellent. Love your intro theme song. Thanks, man.
Oh, it's really
Was that?
sick. Yeah, I was vibing along.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So, for those of you who don't know, and it's okay because he's kind of, he's kind of been low key for a while, but he's an old legend in the in like the ENVtuber sphere, you could say. I'm still here. Oh shit, she heard me fangirling.
Zephy's still here. Hi, Zeph.
I'm dying. All right. Okay. Compose yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he's an old school legend in the ENVtuber sphere, right? He used to do VTuber reaction videos.
It's
Oh,
true.
please, I'm
Yeah,
just a potato. No, I am a potato.
we're all potatoes. Yeah,
And
I
here's the
used
thing:
to.
potatoes make great fries. So
You're right. That's true. You got us there, champ. Yeah, it's true. I used to make VTuber reaction videos. Mainly, it started out with like Hololive, and I think it was basically Hololive for a while. Um, I did a couple here and there. Weird one, like I did Pikami at one point. I
yeah,
did some of the Niji Sanji members. I did. I don't think I did too many indies. There were maybe like one or two that I ended up reacting to at the time. But yeah,
yeah, and like I remember during my initial days falling into the rabbit hole, uh, this guy here, he ended up on my feed because like one of the things when you fall down when you start to fall down the rabbit hole, at least for me, I'm a
mhm.
weeb and everything, but like even when I first started watching VTubers, I was like, all right, this is a little, a
A little
little
much.
something. So like obviously it's like you look for other kind of opinions, and it's like I showed my IRL friends and stuff, but like none of them are even weebs at all, so they're just like, yeah, cool, man,
Right.
whatever.
That's always the problem.
It's like
People don't get
and I
it.
was like, all right. And so when I eventually discovered you, it was like, I was like, oh, fucking he's basically doing, going through the same shit that I'm going through. So it was like I got to like it helped me process it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like,
Just a
okay,
normal
so
human being who likes VTubers.
right, exactly. So like, I I remember I binged all of your VTuber videos up till that point,
Shit.
and then like every
Thank you.
time a new one came out, I was like, all right, fucking let's see what Jay's got today. Hi Rada, hi Pina. Oh, Radia's here. What's up, Radia?
Thank you
You
so much.
remember Pina Jay? Pina is
I
what do you call
do.
it? Yeah.
Pina, I turned you into we used your not lemon, your lime eyes, the color green, right? I remember.
That's my co-high.
Oh.
All right. Now that my dog is done using my hand as a chew toy, turned into a cantaloupe.
That's right. Yes.
One fruit became another. So, nice little segue here. I remember, well, it's not really a segue at this point, but anyway, I remember as I was watching your shit, right? Uh, Eventually, you started doing like the that guy with glasses style skits almost, where
Oh
like
my god. Yeah. We had like a whole SoundWeebJay cinematic universe.
yeah, like
It was
you had
bad.
like I remember like Evil J, like Imposter J.
Because it was from the Luna, right? Was that her name? No, no, no,
Ah,
no.
Lulu.
What?
Lulu,
Lulu. Thank
yes.
you.
Yep.
The
Yep.
Lulu video. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where everything changed. Yeah,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
was like, I'm gonna play a character and do crazy shit. It was so stupid.
Oh my, a flesh tuber. What's up, Aiko? Aiko is my first Raida die. I
I
love
love the
the
SoundWeebJay cinematic universe. That's my roommate.
Oh, it's your roommate? Oh shit. What's
Yeah.
up, Nick? Welcome to the stream. I am a VTuber. I'm sure you know what VTubers are.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't know who I am though, because I'm fucking nobody. But
It's okay.
even
I love
even though
talking to
I'm a
nobodies.
nobody, yeah, even though I'm a nobody, fucking SoundWeebJay,
Bruh.
fucking on my stream. Like
Crazy.
I haven't even
Yeah.
had like fucking my own roommate on stream, and like that was I've been planning on doing that for like a year.
Damn.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
works. Says the guy with
Yeah.
414 subs. Yeah,
Yeah, he's getting there. He's growing, right? He's bumping. He's doing good.
he does current
Um,
fucks nobody sadly.
this is as a VTuber. That's funny.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, there was a whole ass fucking like cinematic universe of Soundweeb Jays for like almost all of the videos. And the funny thing about that though is actually that Lulu video I re-recorded 3 times.
really.
And I think maybe people could tell at that point because when the video came out, I looked like I was just fucking tired of everybody. And it's because I re-recorded the same skits and the same shit over and
Oh,
over and over because my footage was corrupted the first time
oh
and
no.
then it was corrupted the second time because I had the wrong settings in OBS. So it was like not encoding properly. Um, and so I recorded for an entire hour both times and it was lost both
Oh
times.
god.
So by the third time, I was like, I'm fucking tired. I've already seen all these clips. I have to pretend like I haven't already seen them.
You're right.
Um,
Oh
or I
yeah.
tried to pick,
Oh man.
yeah,
I even
it,
forgot about that part. Like
it was,
Jesus Christ.
but it's what started it all. It was crazy that the video that like pissed me the fuck off the most is the one that
Yeah.
like started the crazy spiral to insanity. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. 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 It's kind of fitting that the video where you basically go down a black hole of your own insanity was literal.
Yes.
Like the art imitating life or life
Mhm.
imitating art, like one of the two, just a never ending cycle of bullshit.
I'm sure there was some kind of correlation there, and I just
Yeah.
probably subconsciously put it in the video.
I still remember when you had the cute counter.
Oh, yeah, that was at the time, there was an editor, his name's Anthony.
Oh yeah.
He edited a couple videos for me when I was able to afford paying him to edit videos.
Right. Yeah.
And at the time, he was like, "I want to try this," and so he put a cute counter, and it was like my favorite thing. And I think he did it only twice because I only had him for like 2 videos, but it was
Yeah.
great. I was really happy about it. I was like, "Bro, if I can one of these days when I make enough money to actually consistently pay an editor, I want to have him again because he's great. I
Yeah.
love him."
Fucking that. I mean, I I didn't know the glory of paying people to do shit for you until I started becoming a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally before I commissioned my artist for the model,
Mm-hmm.
I had never commissioned anybody like really. Like
That's fair.
I did a couple of art commissions before, but they're like, yeah, draw me something
Yeah.
for this. There you go, right?
Right.
But like, the fact that I could commission somebody for services, like that's crazy. Like
Right.
I'm paying somebody to make thumbnails for me. Like what the fuck? Like I don't got to do it myself.
Right. And that's the whole point is you get to the point where you can like delegate to people so that you have time to focus on what you're making, not
Yeah,
how to make it.
absolutely.
Right.
And like my content's already fucking low effort, so like the,
Sometimes
the
low effort's good.
yeah, I mean I feel like there's a genuineness to it, like a genuineness to it, like this is
Mm-hmm.
just me. This is what you get. I'm
It's
not
just
playing
what
a
I do.
character.
It's what you get. Yeah.
I'm too lazy to play a character. I'm not cool enough to be as cool as I look.
I get that. I understand.
So like, I'm just a dipshit, and the best kind of outlet for being a dipshit, like the audience that likes dipshits the most, VTuber fans.
Yes, that's so true. You're right.
So boom, there you go. Like fucking, it's my greatest achievement being a
Becoming a VTuber.
being a fucking hot anime boy on the internet. Quickly realizing that the hot aspect really was not working for me.
Yes.
So now I'm just a fucking a tool.
A tool for everyone's amusement.
It's the great. I'll return schoolwork to do. Hey,
Good luck
thanks,
on your
sir.
schoolwork.
Yeah, fucking get that shit.
Get those A's.
Fucking. Oh yeah, yeah.
Wanted to see it.
Okay. So I actually asked you this on one of your streams before because
Mm-hmm.
I've been in your chat numerous times.
Yeah, you
Uh,
simp.
yeah. I gave him $5.
He did.
I remember it was the stream. I think you were just like talking about like audio, right? You were just
Probably.
talking about
I did
like
quite a few of those where we just like
yeah,
chatted about shit.
yeah, like chatted about, and like literally like spitballing. I was like, oh, let me ask him this and ask him. I was just asking you a bunch of shit, and I was like, you know what, fucking give him fucking $5. It's like might as well. I'd never given a super chat before, so I was like, if I'm
Oh, I
going
took
to
your super chat virginity.
yeah,
Nice. I love that.
my super cherry.
My shit. I fucking hate that. Bruh.
Bruh. So I was like, I got to get used to this VTuber culture, right? So like, super chats is how like is how we show affection, right? So so I was like, boom, there you go, super chat.
Sure. Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, but anyway, like I was fucking saying before I go off on a tangent, that's 100% what we do here, by the way, tangents.
I love it. Tangent's good.
Chances are, by the time the stream ends, we're not going to discuss the thing that we were going to discuss going into the stream. Like
Fair.
it's my way to sequel bait. That's all it is. But so I asked you before. I was like, do you still have the water bottle?
Ah,
And you said no. I was
right.
sad.
The good old iconic, the slapping water bottle.
Yeah,
The
like
funny thing
yeah,
is that that water bottle is like really cheap. It's like a
is
super
it?
cheap water bottle. Yeah. It's like shit plastic, but it was effective because it would like clasp shut. So you could like,
Yeah,
and it would like crack. And I would like, oh, great. You reverb that easy. It sounds stupid. I don't know. I love it. I was really obsessed. I mean, I'm still kind of obsessed with reverbs, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah. I mean, I just
Because
recently
it's just
started
fun.
adding reverb to my rhythm guitars, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay, this is something.
reverb's great, but I just love that like in video edits when people reverb random like things they say or like random
Yeah,
sounds, it's just funny. I don't know. So I was like, I'm for it. I want to do that. So I
right.
did
Yeah,
it to that thing. And then but what happened one day is I dropped the bottle one too many times on the like
Mhm.
it fell off and it cracked the top of the lid. And so I
Yeah,
couldn't shut it properly anymore. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll just get a new one. And then when I went out to get a new water bottle, I did specifically look for one that could clasp shut because I was like, no, I need to keep it going for like the joke,
Yeah,
right?
for the bit. Yeah.
But then turns out I didn't really, I got one that closes, but you have to like, I couldn't like slam it shut by flicking the bottle. I had to like actually push the bottle shut and it wasn't as
Ah,
effective. And then from there, we've
fucking
just evolved into normal water bottles.
God, don't you just hate it when like they remove your favorite feature in the patch? Like it's just fucking bullshit. Now,
Fuck.
the funny thing about the water bottle thing is that when I first started watching your videos, I didn't like it.
Everybody,
Like
nobody liked it.
I
Everybody
was like
hated it.
I was like, why does he keep doing that? But like by the time I got like halfway through your binge, I was like, hey, there it is. Like, I was like
It's
waiting for it.
it becomes an inside joke, right? It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like it's when I kept saying that fucking stupid ass Tsugi no clip in Japanese.
Yeah,
And,
I
but
was
obviously
just
that's not
about
how
to
you
say
say.
that.
Everybody hated that shit. They were like, "Stop fucking saying that." But then by the time they got like halfway through all my videos, they were like, "Oh, he said Tsugi no clip. He said it
Exactly.
again."
That's how you fucking build a rapport, right? Like
It was stupid. It was dumb.
like
So
you
cringe.
know, in wrestling we call that getting it over, right?
Mm,
Fucking getting something over. Like
love that.
nothing like oh, I can't say nothing, but very rarely does something work right out the gate, you know? Like
That's true.
the more you do something, like it builds familiarity
Right.
and people start to expect it, you know, it becomes part of your brand.
Right.
And like if you would have kept going with like not only making the videos but doing those same inside jokes, like you could have went to conventions and just had random people like walk up to you and be like, Sugi no clip, you know.
They're
You know
like,
what I
"Say
mean?
it. Say
Yeah,
Tsugi no clip." I'm
say
like,
the
"Okay."
thing. Like and like obviously that would get annoying eventually, but at the same
It could have
time
I
it's
I
like I
did
did
contemplate I did contemplate for a while how stupid it would be to have a shirt that said "Tsugi no clip" on it.
that. Sugi no clip.
But yeah, it was bad. It was such a cringe time. It was so bad. I think speaking of Anthony, I keep thinking of like when he had to watch me do that cringe shit and then put it in the video because I was like, yeah, this is like a thing I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this guy sitting on the other end thinking? He's probably like, what in the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I mean, hey, you might have even gained a new fan from that. Like fucking like
Maybe.
oh man. I like he might be sitting like wherever it is he lives and he's just sitting there like, man, I miss when I used to do the cute counter and fucking Sugino clip because now I'm doing fucking
Sometimes
PowerPoints for old people or some shit. I don't know. You know?
sometimes I do think about I wonder if I like I mean I talk to him because we're pals and like
Yeah.
he asks me audio stuff and so I ask him video stuff all the time. But like he I always wonder if he like if he really enjoyed editing videos for me or not. I should just ask him. I think I'll just ask
Yeah.
him next time I talk. I'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, how'd you feel about the process? Like, did you really hate me? Like
Like you could find out that like he's fucking got like a shrine of you like just in his closet.
a
You know what I mean?
SoundWeebJay shrine.
Like those two videos were my favorite projects ever, most fun I ever had. Cuz like
Good
what
stuff.
you know, what's better than cute anime girls and a sexy beard man? Like
Right. I suppose you're right.
you don't get much better than that. It's just how it goes.
Right. Good combo. My favorite
Good
duo.
combo. Like I mean like that coefficient does it, right? Sexy beard
That's
man,
true.
cute anime girls,
Yeah, you
boom.
know, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of I think the main one, like me, and then there's Ko, and then there was like, you know, even Velocity had like Shabir's got a nice beard. So it's like
Mm,
most of the real life people who react to VTubers have nice beards,
I
except
think
for Andrew Plays. He doesn't have a beard at all, but like most of
and
them do,
nags,
right?
I guess.
Oh,
Nags.
Nags, that's right, Nags too, right?
I
Yeah.
think it's just like it's just a sign of being cultured. You know, you got the beard. Fucking, you're literally the personification of like of that one meme, like the new school Chad meme, where it's just the
Oh,
beard guy looking off to the side.
oh, the yeah, like the Giga Chad meme where he's like, and it's like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
GIF
yeah. Yeah, there,
also
there's
where
that,
he's like,
but
oh, the one where he's like, yeah, yeah, I know which one you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
where he's just like yes,
The side, yes,
yeah,
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 I,
yeah.
yeah, that's a good one.
You should definitely make that an emote on your channel. Just have
It
you
was
looking to the side with
it was an emote on our well, not anymore because it's not my Discord anymore because I
Ah,
left it. But it was an emote on our Discord at one point because they were like, "Can we get a picture of you from the side and just put yes on it?" And I was like, "Yes,
that's
absolutely, of course."
awesome. That's shit.
But yeah, you're right. No, we should. I should make it a channel emote.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll think about
Fucking
it.
because you're still uploading videos.
Trying to.
Do you have like a schedule you try to keep to, or is it just kind of whenever?
It's in the works at the moment. I was trying to do once a week, and there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about like scheduling and shit, but like there's too many back and forths for like posting all the time and then posting when you have a good video, quality versus
Hmm.
quantity, and then
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
multiple facets of that conversation. But the long story short right now for me is like I'm struggling with wanting to post a really good video
Hmm.
in whatever time it takes. So like say a week and a half to 2 weeks per
Right.
video
Yeah, yeah.
or post more videos more often of slightly lesser quality so I have more experience posting. It's
Right.
weird because right now, like, I'm not like a new YouTube channel. Like I've been obviously been around for a really long time
Yeah,
and I have
yeah,
like now almost 20,000 subscribers, which I had at
yeah.
one point, right? Not that the subscriber matter in numbers, but my point is like I have experience posting content. I know how to
Right.
make videos, right?
Exactly.
So
Yep.
that new YouTuber like mindset of post more often to get the consistency of posting and actually doing and finishing your work doesn't super apply in that context, but I think it does in the sense that, like, since I haven't made videos in such a long time and I still am never consistent about getting them out and finishing
Hmm.
the project in a timely manner, I still think I should try to tackle that side. So it's been
Yeah.
just a back and forth struggle. Like I just posted a video today and I'm really happy with it, but it's probably not going to do very well because it's not like the typical kind of format, right?
I did notice that you posted one, but I was at work, so I couldn't watch it. And then
That's
obviously, as
totally
soon as I
okay.
got home, it's like, all right, it's time to fucking collab with the guys.
Right. No, that's
Can't
totally
really do
fine.
anything.
But it's just one of those things where, like, right now I'm trying to decide which one I want to go for, or try both and see like
Yeah.
what the right move is for me right now.
And
Um,
I totally know what it's like when YouTube like considers your channel a dead channel, you know?
yeah,
It's hard to
I did it to
get.
myself.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking about it earlier. We'll probably get into it again like pretty soon here, but like, I've done the same thing. Like my previous channel, right? Before I started Raida
Right.
was it had like it capped out at like 700 something subscribers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
still pretty small, but now it's sitting at 603,
Mm.
and whenever I post anything, like I'm lucky to get a view, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
fucking nothing, right?
Yeah, you
So
get it.
it's because YouTube was like, fucking, like, you're a casual channel, like there's nothing here, like there's nothing to it, we're not going to put you in the algorithm, why would we?
Yeah, it's the same where like I would get, tens of thousands of views on videos and
Yeah.
then like and more. So obviously like continuously exponential growth.
Hmm.
But then like and I had really good watch time too. I didn't realize this. Like now when I check back those videos in the unlisted, because you can do that, I
Yeah.
like look at the analytics and my average view duration and like click through rate percentage was actually really good. But I never looked at that shit because I was like, I don't give a shit about analytics when you should, but like I didn't. And so it was actually really super fucking good.
Yeah.
And but what happened obviously is when I changed, like when I went to go wipe all the VTuber stuff out and decided I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do audio because I like
Uh-huh.
audio. Spoiler warning, that didn't go well either. But when I did that, obviously like people didn't want to watch audio. They didn't come there for audio. They found me because they want to watch
Right.
VTubers, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously they're not going to click on my videos, and so YouTube then goes, oh, what happened to your channel? Like no one's clicking
Right.
your shit, I guess I'll stop recommending you, right?
Yeah.
And
it's
then it
it's
just goes
really
downhill from
tough,
there.
it's really tough. And like, because I've been there on a smaller scale, obviously, but I totally understand the shit that you were going through.
Mm,
Like and one thing that hit me really hard in the video where you were kind of giving your explanation.
mm.
Hello, anime and fleshy folks, what's up, Sky?
Hi, Sky.
It's okay, right? I wasn't subbed to that channel either. So okay, real quick side tangent.
Mm.
Aiko, he was my very first ever mod, my
Oh.
very first ever follower
Mm.
on Twitter for Raida. And by the way, guess who's the second? It's this
Who?
guy.
Uh,
You. You were my second follower.
Shit.
So okay, so and the running joke is he's not subscribed to my YouTube channel.
I love that.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay, so anyway, yeah. The statement that you made in that video that really hit me the hardest was that you watch VTubers for fun,
Yeah.
and you were starting to, whenever you would watch them, it would feel like work,
Yes.
because you were like, why you like why am I watching this for fun? I could be making content out of this instead.
Yes. Good
And
old
like
content brain.
I was just like, oh yeah. Like I was like I felt that sinking in my chest where I'm just like, my son, like
Yeah.
I get it. Like that's
Yes.
why, like, no matter what, like even though I sub to you for the VTuber stuff, like I couldn't fucking find fault in that, man. Like that, I felt
Thank
that
you,
that was
Raida.
so fucking real. I was like, I'm gonna stick with this guy to the fucking end.
My guy.
That's why that's why when I joke around and call you my Oshi and stuff, it's not technically a joke, because like I'm like, I want to see this motherfucker succeed,
Thank
because
you.
I see myself in him, and I just want to fucking live vicariously through him, because like
What
I'm
a
old
man.
and busted, and he's, he's like brand new and still has the glorious beard, and like I just want to see him fucking do what he does. And plus, like,
Mm.
obviously being an audio guy, like I also dabble in the audios, so
Right.
it's not like there's nothing for me to watch on, like there's nothing for me to root for, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I'm just like, yeah, yeah. That's why it was so cool. Like when I messaged you that one day, like literally, because like I'm not super fond of just like cold messaging people that I don't know,
Mm.
you know, especially if I perceive them as bigger. Um, so like when I noticed you had a commission sheet, I was like, that's it, that's my in right there. But so
Shit.
I was like, hey, and I started asking, and then like straight up, even though I think both of us were at work at the time,
Mm.
uh, fucking, we had like a conversation going for like 2 hours, basically, like through staggered DMs.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that
It's
shit meant a
true.
lot to me, because like I'm like, dude, literally at the time I had one follower, brand new fucking VTuber Twitter account. Like I just had a little PNG for my avatar. Like there was nothing, no reason to fucking give me any kind
Right.
of like, like, but, like
I
I'm
think
like,
I think I think part of it is, I mean, I mean, this may change as I if I when I grow
yeah,
to be a larger creator, but I don't think it will, because my mindset is still the same. But I feel like maybe for other creators too, similarly, it's just like when someone talks to you, like if you want to reach out to someone on like Twitter or wherever, it's fine. But the thing is, like, just don't be a dickhead. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And you're not. So the thing is, like, I think it's really not that hard to just be a normal human being. You know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
unless it like actually mentally is difficult, like if you have an illness or something, right? I get
right,
that.
for
But
sure,
like if you're just being a normal dude, then we're just a normal dude too, you know, or
yeah,
dudette, or whatever you identify as. So it's
exactly,
like I don't, as long as you're cool, I'm cool, So
yeah, and I really appreciated that, because like I think it was like a couple of days after that was when you gave me that follow back, and
mm-hmm.
like I was just literally, and I shit you not, like this is fucking hilarious to me too, because like I fucking feel like such a goddamn loser because I'm a 33-year-old and you're like a fucking kid. but like those first couple of days after you followed me back, I remember like after every tweet I posted, I would go and make sure you were still following me. I was like, I gotta make like, it's like maybe that tweet was like kind of stupid. Like I gotta, maybe he's like, fuck this guy after all.
Some of your tweets are fucking stupid, but
I know, and
it
I
takes
love him.
it takes a lot to get me to unfollow someone, to be
Yeah,
honest with you. Like, although I will say, I think I've made a mistake of following a lot of people just on impulse, because I do that. I'm like, if I see a VTuber,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, your design's sick, I follow him. I probably
absolutely.
shouldn't have done that, but like, if I see a VTuber and I'm like, oh, this is a good audio take, follow. Or like, oh, I see VTuber. Oh, that's a really cool project you did, follow. Even though
Yeah,
I have no interaction with them whatsoever. And then
exactly.
sometimes it happens to be like, oh, like I actually should unfollow all these people because I don't talk to them and I don't like interact with them on any way.
Right.
And they're just like clogging up my timeline. So,
Yeah, and you
but
follow a good fucking
I,
1,000
I
something
do.
people. Yeah.
It's just by proxy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because I impulsively binge Twitter. But yeah, and so it takes quite a lot. Like unless you're like posting some shit take, which I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
could still post shit takes, and I'll still probably follow you.
Yeah.
But it depends on what it is.
Which reminds me, that's one of the reasons. Because all right, so when I was first falling down the rabbit hole, I was having like some pretty bad like trust issues with like people, you know,
Mm, I
because
understand.
like uh, that time was
Mhm,
so like fucking divisive and like I fucking hated it. I just wanted people to fucking like leave leave shit out of it. You know what I mean? Like leave everything
mhm,
alone. Stop being so fucking serious.
right.
Like leave that shit out of my entertainment, you know, like so when I would watch you, I'm like, man, this guy's entertaining. Uh but I'm like in the back of my mind, I'm like, what if he's got fucking hot takes and like he's posting shit on Twitter that like, you know, like and it's fucked up that I even care about that, you know what I mean? But
Well, but I will say though, honestly, you have a good point though. I'm kind of like I get this. Like if you're watching someone for entertainment and then it's part of the branding, right? It's like you
yeah.
watch someone and they're entertaining to you and they make good YouTube content, but then the second that they say some dumb shit on Twitter, you're like, "Oh, okay, I don't vibe with this guy. I take it back." You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I
Right.
totally get it. I
Right.
understand.
So the when I realized that you were one of my guys as far as like being of that same mindset was when you released the video things ENVtubers say.
Oh my god, that one's old.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I actually watched your videos.
Oh my
I'm not one of
god.
those fake fans who's like, oh my god, Jay Sama, he's fucking he's got a YouTube channel. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I'm so
But like,
glad you actually pay attention.
yeah. So like when you fucking when you released that video and I was watching it, right? I think wasn't that still? It was either before or just after uh, Hollow Myth came out, right? So
I
that was
think
pretty
yeah,
old.
it was just after,
Yeah.
I think.
So I
Yeah.
remember watching that and like everything was funny, and then you got to the part where you literally just like jumped onto your bed and you shouted, "VTubing should be political," you know? I was like, "Yep, this is my guy."
It was because that entire video was just me making fun of people's hot takes that I'd
Yeah,
seen on Twitter. Like that,
yeah,
I don't know if you ever know of this, but at that time when I made that video, literally like days before, there was a guy who was like, "VTubing should be political," and he like
yes,
blew up that tweet because he
yes,
was saying a bunch of dumb shit and people were sharing their takes, and I was like, "Yeah, this is drama," and I was like, "But I'm gonna make it funny because I don't give a shit."
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're gonna
you know?
do drama, like make it so that it's not different from what you normally do, you know?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it wasn't, you know, like it was still a more different video than normal because it was more physical comedy, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
But it was still very much like that SoundWeebJay brand, you know.
thank you.
It was still just you in your room doing silly stuff.
It's
You
always
know what I
gonna be me
mean?
in my room.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, this is my fucking guy. I know I could put my confidence in him now because he's the
Thank you.
kind of guy that's not gonna fucking, you know, post crazy hot takes that's gonna divide his
I
entire fan base.
I have made mistakes where like I mean maybe not, it's not really the end of the world because it's not that deep, right? And sometimes I think it's that deep, but I have said some things on Twitter that I kind of, I don't say regret, but like some people do kind of take it the wrong way and then
Right.
they like tell me about it and they're like, hey, like this isn't kind of cool, and I'm like, did I just say that? And I was like, I don't think, but sometimes it just doesn't come off the way you want it to
Yeah.
also, which is like
Yeah.
another problem with the internet and text, right?
Yeah.
And so like I've been very like I don't know how you would say like diligent, I guess, in trying to make sure I just stop posting shit on Twitter, except for the work
Yeah.
I'm doing, because then
Yeah.
I'm like, I won't be tempted to say some dumb shit, because it's just like the internet feedback loop. When you
I
consume
totally feel that.
lots of shit and you just keep going and keep going and keep going, you want to say dumb shit on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
is. And so I was like, I'm going to stop myself from scrolling Twitter mindlessly days on end. So I
Hmm.
stopped wanting to post on the stupid fucking app.
And I mean,
Um,
like, you know, at the end of the day, you're still, you know, you're only human. So like making those mistakes every once in a while, it's like, I get it. But I think it's really the intention, like the motivation behind
oh,
it
yeah.
that kind of separates it from everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for me, like there's still, as much as I agree with you, and I really wish I didn't have to ever touch Twitter ever.
Hmm.
Like there's
There's
a
a reason
very
social media
real,
exists,
yeah,
right?
and there's a very real need for someone like me to get my personality out there, right?
Yep.
So like that's why I post the stupid shit, because if people are like, "Ha, that's funny," you know, maybe they'll tune into a stream, you know, like
Yeah.
even if the percentage is 0.1%, right?
Right.
It's
Every
still,
opportunity to
yeah,
get a set of eyes is an
exactly.
opportunity,
So
right?
like that's why whenever I have a stupid thought, like if I think to myself, I'm like, you know, that's kind of funny. Like it's stupid, but it's kind of funny.
But it's kind
I
of
will post it. I will post
yeah.
it because you never know. What if that's your viral fucking, you know, your thing, you know?
Honestly, half the time that's why I like your tweets.
Oh yeah.
Because I wake up in the morning and I flip my Twitter open, and then you say some dumb shit, and I'm like, oh, I love that. That's my morning coffee, basically.
I appreciate that. I work really hard
I'm like, oh,
to
Raida's
be
saying some out of pocket shit again. Like,
95% of my Twitter notif is Raida. A Aiko is Raida die. What's up, Soul Dio? Toast is here. What's up, Toast? Acumen. Fucking, I love my fucking little community, man.
what's
Like,
up, chat? Good to see you.
yeah,
I'm
like
glad. I'm
these
glad those of
guys,
you who were able to
yeah,
make it. Yeah.
these guys, fucking, they make me feel like, like I have a big dick. Like, just I have one, you know. Not even that I have a big dick, that I have a dick. Period. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's fair. Hey,
like
that's the kind of community you want. To
exactly,
be honest,
exactly. Fucking, I'm still here
S-
contemplating.
still here contemplating Pina.
I,
Don't
I
do
I
that.
haven't I haven't paid too much attention to chat because like the doing these kind of streams makes it hard to do that, you know. So like sometimes I'll look over, I'll be like, "What the fuck are they talking
Right,
about?" But yeah, it's
right.
like
I get that.
I just fucking I love these guys, man. They're so fucking they enable me, and that's like the worst and best thing for me.
Yes, true.
But yeah, like the out of pocket stuff that I say, like literally all that stuff is 50% spur of the moment and 50% deliberate. You know,
50% rye, 50% duh.
yeah, yeah, a lot of duh. Because I'm just like I'll have a thought. I'll just have like just a regular old dumb thought. You know, maybe I'll be in the middle of fucking taking a piss. Maybe it'll just be like it, just whatever, right? I'll
Yeah,
have a thought, and then I'll be like, "Well, that's kind of funny. Maybe if I fucking like twist the wordage a little bit, you know, make sure there's nothing, you know, that can be construed as political in there, you know, just like creating the crafting the perfect shit post, right?
right.
And I try to do it. Like there's an art to it, and you know, I don't all you know I don't always hit the layup, but I
That's okay.
fucking I fucking try, man.
Hey, that's what matters, really.
Yeah. So I'm like, if like literally one time I just posted "come."
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of YouTubers do that.
Yeah,
You're not
but like,
special.
but no, I didn't post it with like a sexual kind of tone to it. I just thought the
Yeah,
word "cum" sounded fun, so I was like,
of
"Cum."
course it does. I just
Like
stupid.
I didn't say some shit like, "Do you want my cum, baby?"
Right.
You know, like some shit like that. Like you
Fuck.
know. like I'm not really a lewd tuber, though I will say like one of my favorite shit posts was a lewd thing
Oh
where I
yeah.
said I'm just trying to breed you platonically, you
Oh my
know?
fucking god. I think that
Yeah.
one was funny. I think I laughed at that one.
Yeah,
It's so
like
stupid. It's just
yeah.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah.
Like
Sometimes they're good.
it's just stupid enough to where it's not about the lewd for me, you know? It's
Right.
about the dumb.
About the duh.
It's about the duh. It's
It's
not
about
the
the duh.
rye. It's not the
It's the
lightning. It's not
duh.
the rye. It's the duh.
Duh. Got him. Too good.
Yeah. So fucking let's see. What was it? Just before we started stream, we were about to say you were about to say something, like get into the kind of story, I think.
Oh, what were we talking about? Trying to remember what our conversation was.
You were mentioning a VTuber React channel that I haven't actually heard of.
Oh, Velocity. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. The Velocity boys are great. They're fantastic, by the way. You should check them out. Later, not now, later. Uh, I keep watching this stream right now. Um, but basically, like Shabir, he's like, I mean, both Shabir and Asif, they're brothers. They're twin brothers. I think they're
Hmm.
twins. I think so. Oh, they're brothers. They look very similar. And they like, um, um, they just do VTuber reaction. Like they're basically like the VTuber hype men, and they're great. They're fantastic. They're awesome. Their content is really good.
Yeah.
Um, and like basically, I had a lot of talking with Shabir at the time because he was really into the space, and he was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, basically, like if you want to be a reaction channel like you are right now, you have to keep up with the trends." And what I was telling, oh, that's right, I was telling you, we were talking about the fact that like I can't do that because I don't care about trends really. I
Yeah.
mean, I do like in a way, but like not in the sense that oh, I have to watch every single VTuber and keep up with everything that they're doing. You know, like I can't do that. And
Yeah.
I also wanted as we were talking about liked editing my videos a lot. Like I love the
Hmm.
extreme edited, like the gaming video format, but like for entertainment channels, right?
Right.
I think that's
Yeah.
sick. I love that. And so the thing is, um, essentially, I was talking to Shabir and he was like, "Yeah, you gotta forgo your editing a little more if you want to keep up faster." And I was like, "Yeah, but like I don't want to do that. Like I'm not gonna sacrifice my editing for potential VTuber reaction growth because it's true that like at that point, people come to your channel not because they care about your editing, but because they want to hear your opinion, right?
Yeah.
Or hear
Yep.
how you feel about reacting to things, right? Which is great. Like that is the point of a reaction channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I wanted to do it differently, right? I wanted to be a heavily edited reaction content channel because I thought, like, fucking, I love it when like PewDiePie does that shit. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
love it when like fucking any higher up, like Davey Five before any higher up YouTuber does like heavily edited just reaction videos. I'm like, I'm for that. So I wanted to do
So
it, but it was just like this whole battle where I was like, I can't win this. Like I
yeah.
can't. I won't compromise. I don't. I refuse to. But then I wasn't seeing
Hmm.
what I wanted to see. It was just like a whole thing, and that also led to the whole downfall of the VTuber reaction thing because I
Right.
was like, this isn't fun. I'm not having fun. I keep getting told that I have to do this a certain way, and obviously you don't have to listen, but a lot of
Yeah.
it is like this is like a fact of like how these channels work, right? And so I was just like, I don't want to. And so it was a whole thing that like again that all that like contributed, and then um I stopped doing obviously the VTuber reaction stuff, and I was
Hmm.
like, I'm gonna do audio now. Then that only lasted like a couple months,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, there were a few like obviously I did a few videos where I like talked about mixing for Risu.
Mm.
And I did a few. That was the main. Those are the main ones essentially because they allowed me to do that. I could talk about the process, right? And so
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, sick, I'll do that. And so uh, I just made some videos where I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm this is the king mix, everybody's favorite," and I was like, "This is
Right.
how I did it. This is all this," and then we talked about audio a little bit, and then I started trying to make more audio content, and I sat down. I remember to make a video about how to use EQ, and then
Hmm.
I realized I don't want to do this. I don't want to teach people how to mix,
You're
and
just gonna
so
become a mixing channel.
yeah, I was like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, I'll tell you how to. Like, if you want to sit down and have a one to one with me for like 2 hours, I'll teach you everything I know. But like, I don't
Uh-huh.
want to sit here and teach the internet how to mix. Like, I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
There's enough tutorials on YouTube on how to mix. You can go look up literally any 5 of them, and you'll be better than you are right now, maybe.
Right.
Um, and so this is one of those things where like I was gonna do that video, and then I was like, No, I'm not. And so like I
Yep.
disappeared. That's when I literally swept all of the VTuber content off the channel and then all the audio content off the channel.
Yeah.
And that's why now there's only like 3 videos there, the most recent
Right.
3 that I've done.
Whenever I go to your channel now, I just get so sad because it's all gone.
It's just hidden. It's still actually I think you can now see it. I think there's a playlist I
Really?
believe called
Oh,
old
cool.
VTuber videos you can open and it's in there.
I mean
Because
that.
I knew people probably still wanted to see them.
Yeah,
So
there's history, man.
it's true.
And plus, like, can you imagine if, like, sometime down the line, like, you just get that spark to want to do it again? You know,
Right.
like, your comeback could be fucking glorious.
It's true.
But like, I totally feel like why you stopped. So it's like, that's why I don't. But every once in a while, I'm like, hey Jay, you know what needs to be done, and you're like, Raida, no, I'm like, Raida,
Sometimes I think about it.
yes.
Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, you know how easy it would be to make a reaction video right now?
Yeah. But oh, a little side thing here. But
Hmm.
you guys heard that right? He said he mixed for Risu, right?
Shit,
So
that's
now
right.
now that he's been on my stream, literally like 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon, like me to Hollow Live is only like 2 steps. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like it's Raida collab with Jay, collab with Risu. Oh fuck, there it is. It's right there. Like
Bruh. Yeah, chat. I guess if none of you are familiar, I will tell the story myself. I mix for Ayunda Risu. Uh and I, it still feels weird saying that all the time because it's like
yeah,
I don't want to like toot my own horn, but also
yeah,
like she says it herself too. So I'm
yeah.
like a month ago I was like, I'm gonna take
Oh,
it off. Like I don't need it. Yeah.
oh, that was weird.
Oh, is everything
What?
okay?
I assume so.
Oh, okay, good,
My
good.
OBS randomly decided to say like, "Oh, we're gonna reset the time that you've been live." So I was
Oh,
like, "Oh, that's scary."
I don't like
But I
that.
mean, oh, it did freeze. All right, well, as long as we're good, then we're good. I'm not
Right.
worried about it.
Mixing is
Fucking
pain to my soul sometimes. It can be, but once you like, I don't want to say once you learn the secrets, but once you learn like the secrets, it becomes a lot easier. And there are no
yeah,
secrets except that just know your fundamentals. That's all.
yeah, and it's not necessarily about secrets. It's about like the process.
It's about
Like
knowing, yeah, trust
yeah,
the
like
process.
once you know what you're doing, things like for example, right? I have this is tangentially related. That's probably one of the biggest words that I know. Uh, I have a guitar effects processor. It's what I use to get like 100% of my sound, right? Uh,
Hmm.
it is the Boss GT 1000, and there is indeed a learning
Oh yeah.
curve to it, right? It's uh,
Oh yeah.
it's pretty big. Like when I first got it, took me fucking literally hours to figure out like how to do anything. And this was already after I'd studied when I had ordered it, and then
Mm-hmm.
before I ordered it, you know. But literally just yesterday, I was like, you know what? Fucking, I'm just gonna wipe everything and start fresh. And then like literally like boom, boom, boom. Within 2 hours, I have like a shit ton of presets again. Like,
Yeah.
it's like once you get used to doing the thing, fucking it just comes naturally and everything goes faster. And
It's true. And you will get better at knowing how to do the thing if you just keep resetting yourself, basically. I mean,
yeah,
it's the tried and true method of like if you watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do something, go do it without watching that tutorial a second time. And if you can do it,
yep.
then you've strengthened your knowledge of knowing how to do that thing, right? And
And then
then you
next
just
time you'll be
continue with
able
it.
to do it faster. And then next
Exactly.
time you'll be able to do it faster. Uh,
Exactly. And you just
yeah,
keep building on it.
just grilling it into your head, man.
Yeah. It's true.
The floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
So another thing that I remember you saying in that video when you were like basically canceling the VTuber stuff, uh, that also I related to pretty heavy was
Hmm.
when you said that there are others that do this stuff better. So like what like why would anybody want to watch me? And like that feeling, it nails you. Cause like I felt the same way. Like I told you before, I had been trying to create content since like 2010, right? And I had
Yep.
like done so much shit. Like for example, the thing that I'm pretty knowledgeable on that I spent the most time doing was like fighting game stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I was pretty okay in my prime, you know. I
Right.
was pretty all right, but I wasn't like the kind of guy that people would watch because like, oh, he's the best, you know.
Right.
I wasn't that guy. My quality of video wasn't the best, you know,
Right.
equipment wise.
That's
Uh,
how it goes.
you know, my entertainment factor, you know, editing,
Mm-hmm.
personality, that wasn't like, so like it was literally like, okay, if people want uh informative with a dash of personality, they would just watch Maximilian Dude, right? Why would they watch me
Yeah.
when they got Max? If they
Right.
wanted like top players, you could literally go watch Daigo.
Yeah.
You could watch fucking Lord Knight. You could watch Smug. All these guys. Why would you watch me? Like I'm like a mid tier player at best, right? If you wanted like funny, like you know, presentable, like hilarious, you had coefficient, right? Granted,
Exactly. That
he was coming
that
out later. I remember like I was already done doing fighting game stuff when I first heard about him. It
mm-hmm.
was funny too because I found out the character that he played in the fighting game that I played, it was the same
Mm-hmm.
character. So
Damn.
I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. It's true.
But yeah, like that's just it's one of those things. Like why would you watch me when you've got these guys to go to for other stuff? And like it's
Exactly.
one of those brain worms because when you think about it, like it's not about being the best at anything.
Right.
People will watch you because like they see you, they'll watch it. If they're like, oh man, okay, this is cool, and they sub, they'll come back. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be the best at anything. Like I'm not the best VTuber. My
Right.
shit sucks. Like whatever, man. Like but like, you know, we still have like 10 people coming to watch my streams every, you know, like most of the time, right? And
Right.
like it's all a matter of like if you build it, they will come, right?
It's
It'll
true.
happen if you just keep fucking doing it. But the hardest thing is getting those brain fucking worms out of your head,
It's
because you
true.
always feel like, why the fuck, you know, I'm not doing as good as this guy because I'm not good as this guy, you know, like
It
why?
it's tough too because at that time too, and you probably get this as well. When that's a brainworm, it's also like amplified by the fact that the people that could be watched instead of you also already have a large following, right?
Right,
Which like I have nothing against that. Like they worked hard for that. They earned it. They went for it.
exactly.
The thing is that it's just like because they have a large following, someone is more likely to find them rather than me, right? Which is
Yeah,
again,
for
it's
sure.
the game, right? Which is again totally fine.
Yeah.
But it just makes the brain worm worse because then you're like, oh, like literally at the time, it's like, oh, you could watch me, but like you could also watch Velocity, right? Even though
Right.
like Shabir is a great friend of mine, like there's some form of like, he's always on top of trends. They're on top of trends. They're more
Hmm.
hyped than I am. They're more excited all the time. Like people love their personality, right?
Right.
People like my personality, but they love theirs, right? And
Hmm.
then vice versa. Like Co, like obviously he ended up getting into VTuber content as well as the fighting game stuff,
Right.
but
He's
he'd
managed
also
to find a
built
way to do both. Like,
exactly. He's built a community, and so people are like, "Oh, they're gonna see his videos. His videos are gonna get pushed. It's gonna be good." Same thing with
absolutely.
Nags. Like Nags hangs out with all the cool VTubers, right? And
Right.
so, like, again, all great people. I love them. But it's just like, yeah, like it amplifies the brainworms because you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
like I'm not good at all," right? Um, and Brother Doom is kind of right. You literally, it's like bitch ass loser talk. You just like work, innovate, get better, like get good literally.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah. Yeah.
and it does happen. It will work if you just keep track of things and work on it. But brainworms sometimes are stronger than
Yeah.
your will to innovate.
Like the thing that I've started doing whenever I start getting those kind of feelings, right?
Mhm.
Both me and Doom, we're both big like, you know, metal and rock guys. So
Mhm.
he'll get this too. Uh you don't just listen to your favorite band.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like in fact, I barely listen to my favorite band. Like it's one of those things like it's not you don't have to be the best. You don't have to sound the best, have the best gear. Like I listen to this one band they're named 3 Feet Smaller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally like some of the shittiest pop punk that you could hear, but I fucking love it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And they're relatively underground. Like I don't even know how whether or not they're famous or even if they're still doing stuff. But
Right.
but that album that I know, like I pop that on all the time. I'm like, dude, this is fucking the greatest garbage I've ever fucking heard. Like, and sometimes like you don't need to be good to be good. I guess is what I'm saying. You don't need to
Yeah,
be like
it's
great.
truly a situation where like you don't have to be I mean, like it's the same for streamers, right? Like just because you're playing video games, like there's multiple facets. You don't have to be like good at your video game. You just have to be more entertaining, right? Or you have to be like you could be a person that plays this game, but like
Uh-huh.
I love watching there's plenty of gaming channels where like I don't know, I guess they're good at the game, but like the focus of the channel isn't like FPS stuff is like not that they're good, but the fact that they just make funny moments,
Right.
but they're very specific. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Marley, but he just does videos where he runs around headshotting people with a pistol. And it's so funny. And the edits are so like intense. And I'm like, this is fucking great. I love this.
Yeah.
Similarly, it's like, I mean, obviously that's a skill thing, but
Right.
it's like you don't have to be the best like
Yeah.
VTuber reactor, right? Or you don't have to be the best YouTuber. You just need to know what you want. Well, by proxy, right? And what people what I see on the internet, you just
Yeah.
kind of got to know what you want. You got to find your little corner of the world, and then build upon the skills that you have there. And
Exactly.
if you are a approachable, decent human being, people will come find you.
Right. Like and like I try to be like as good as I can be at what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you
Like
should.
I've like I have the iPhone for tracking, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I spent a pretty decent amount to get the Live 2D, right? It's not like the most spectacular thing in the world, but I think it looks good, it looks good. It's definitely got the anime style. It's not like a non-standard VTuber kind of thing. I sacrificed legs in order to like pay for it.
That's
Uh,
fine. No
yeah,
one's gonna
like
see
most
them.
people are just gonna see my torso, right? Like,
Right.
I'll
And the
lose the
thing
foot fetishists, but like, do
good.
I really want
That's good.
them?
That's good. The the thing too is like really at the end of the day, I mean VTubing is hard, just like with the streaming space and the content creation space. I mean, when you think about it, just about every VTuber is a streamer anyway. But I also dislike that like people will I think there are moments where there may be a hot take. There are moments where people I think consider VTubing different from normal streaming or content creation,
Yeah,
but really they're like literally the same thing. You just have an anime avatar,
right.
right? And so regarding that, it's like it's not more difficult to get noticed as a VTuber, nor is it
Mm,
easier to get noticed. It's the same as it's always been. The difference here is like you just need to find what you're good at and do it as a
yeah.
VTuber, right? Like with you, for example, play your fucking guitar, right? You're good at
Hmm.
that shit. Fucking show people that you can jam out. You know what I mean? Like people will be drawn to you because you have a good skill that you work
Hmm.
on because you are passionate about that skill, right? Whereas, like, again, here comes an actual, like a real, the first hot take of today. I think VTubers are too, what's the word? They tend to be, I think, influenced by the the VTuber culture in the
Yeah,
sense that like every VTuber thinks they have to get on stream and play video games. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
Especially when a lot of them are not good at video games, which is fine. Like that can be good.
Yeah.
Like I'm terrible at video games, okay? But if you're going to be bad at video games, make that your marketing point, right? Like
Right.
make that entertainment, make it funny, make it exciting. Don't just stream your video game, 3 days a week and then call it a day and then not wonder why you aren't getting any viewers, right?
Right.
I mean, you do have a core audience, right? But like the thing is, I think that that's not my point. But my point is that I think VTubers are too quick to be like, oh, these VTubers are all playing video games. I should play video games. No, do something you're
Yeah.
good at. You know what I mean? Do something you enjoy. I mean, if you enjoy playing, that's fine. If you're just hanging out, that's fine.
And like the thing
Obviously,
about VTubers too, like I've seen so many of them, even if you're just looking at Hololive, right? Because obviously they're like the biggest, maybe outside of VShojo, who are
mhm,
probably the biggest in the West. Like I don't look at that stats and shit. I
you're
just
probably right.
but the thing is, like even among those two, like yeah, you got plenty of video game streamers, but a lot of people, a lot of them, their bread and butter is just chatting, like the Zatsudan stuff.
Hmm.
Like Subaru, I think doesn't she do like every morning or
She
something? She just
chats a
does a
lot.
chat. Yeah,
I love Subaru
it's
so much.
amazing. Fucking
One of one of my
ASMR, you
favorite
know, is a
one
thing.
right. One of my favorite streams. I mean, I don't again. I don't keep up with Niji Sanji very often, but some of my favorite streams are like when Petra plays piano. It makes
Yeah.
me so happy.
And Luna does that too. Luna
Right.
from Hololive.
Right, right. Because it's like that's a thing that like you will work towards and you are good at
Yep.
or like growing a skill in. And it's like I want to share like I don't know, to me that seems more authentic than sitting and just playing video games because you're playing video games. And I
Yeah,
think at
for
this
sure.
point everybody knows that like just sitting and gaming in your bedroom isn't going to make you a famous, not
Yeah,
famous,
yeah,
but like a well-grown like channel. But and also obviously some people don't give a shit because they don't care about growing, which is
yeah,
totally okay
absolutely.
too. If it's
Right.
just a hobby thing, then none of this conversation matters at all.
Exactly.
But for some people, it's like I'm like, why are you playing? You're a VTuber, but you don't have to play games. Don't
Hmm.
feel like you have to be peer pressured into doing what every other VTuber does, like with streamers, right? It's just like
Right.
you can do whatever you want, like as long as you make it your own and do have consistency in that kind of content that you make,
Yeah.
right? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So like
What am I saying? I don't know anything about YouTube. Don't listen to me.
so even like for the gaming thing, like I love video games. Like I consider myself pretty good at them. Like
Hmm.
I would never consider myself a
Gamer.
pro at any of them, but I consider myself a high level casual is what I'll call myself.
Athena Nightingale is a combat nurse, and she gives the hospital lessons on body. Isn't Athena? Isn't she a? Isn't that an? Isn't she an owl? I think I knew Athena before she was in a corporation, if
I
I
think
remember
I
correctly.
remember that. I think I do remember that. Combat nurse.
She's in a corpo now, right? Yeah, but I remember when she was an indie.
Ow. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And the only reason I remember is because this is a story for another time, maybe. The only reason I remember is because I was an owl VTuber at some point, and all the owl VTubers were like
Oh
connected.
shit. The deep SoundWeebJay
So
lore.
so I remember meeting her. Yeah, she probably doesn't know who the fuck I am, but yeah, I had a VTuber model a long ass time ago, and
Yeah.
it was not good because you talked about this earlier, but like you don't play a character, right? Like I was trying to
Yeah.
do that, and I
Oh
hated it
yeah.
so fucking much, and so
It's
I was
not
like,
for
I don't want to do
everybody,
this.
man. It's
A
not for
parliament,
everybody.
yes, exactly a parliament, and so like that. Anyway, that's just what made me think of Athena's really great. Um, the Owl collab song cover they did, fuck, I hate that. I'm so sad. It's like yeah,
I would
her,
have
and then
assumed that you mixed it to be completely fair.
there's that, and then there's like Avery, right? Avery also is an Owl VTuber. Like all the Owl VTubers know each other. It's
Right.
really fucking cool. It's just awesome. In cahoots, LOL. What is playing a character? Meaning like pretending to be a
No,
character.
he knows what you mean. he's
Oh,
be,
oh,
he's being a
you're
spoopy
fucking with
boy.
me. I
Yeah.
see. All right.
But so I am
I,
asshole.
I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you this time.
So even for me, like I've tried to have a certain kind of draw to the
Mm-hmm.
whole playing video game thing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because I feel like VTubers who play fighting games is still kind of like a niche kind of thing.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
there's a couple of them, and I would love to be noticed by senpai, but sometimes it doesn't work out. But Jay, do you? God damn it, toast.
When I get throwing
Toast, by
money at
the
you,
way,
I like the cut of your jib and want
I
to
want to
support you a little.
support
I
you a
like your
little.
cut, G. No,
So a loaf of toast. He is one of my oil barons.
ah,
We actually scold him for how much he donates.
Toast. I do have a YouTube channel. I don't know if Raida has linked it here anywhere, like in the description.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you just
it's in the
search,
description. Yep.
okay, sick. If it's not, you can just type SoundWeebJay and I'll come up.
Yeah.
Even though that's not my channel name anymore.
Right.
And I have like memberships, but like you're not obligated, but
Yeah. He's
also
gonna.
like
He's gonna.
yeah, you're not obligated. If you feel like membering or like you can send a super chat sometime on stream or whatever. Or what, don't they now, doesn't YouTube now have like super thanks or some shit? Isn't that like a
I
thing you can do? Not
I
important.
don't.
Anyway, there's that. I do mixed commissions, but that's also
Yep.
like a yeah. I'm busy with that. But yeah, I make
Those just came
videos.
back.
So if you want, yeah, they did. So if you wanna watch my channel, that's a good way to support me.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I definitely encourage you guys to watch Jay.
Thank you,
Like
Sky.
cuz a lot of the VTuber zoomers, because I am a VTuber boomer, might not know of Jay because, you know, he dropped off the map
It's
of his
true.
own volition.
It's so
But
true. Yes.
those if those videos are still available for viewing in a playlist, like fucking watch them because they're like my VTuber childhood,
There's a
you know?
video of me reacting to my first VTuber
I
videos.
remember that. I remember that. This is cringe was like the thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah. The video. Okay, let's see. I have a let's see playlist. Show all playlists. Do I have it in here? I must. I have to. Come on. Old Nick stuff. Old video game clarinet covers. I don't have a playlist with old VTuber videos. Okay, I will make one. But
Yeah,
there's a
please.
video. It's like this VTuber reaction is cringe, and it's like
Yeah,
me pointing to myself. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, I understand the whole like wanting to cast off your shame type stuff, but I mean, those videos are fucking VTuber history to some people. To me,
I'll put them back up on a playlist because
yeah.
unlisted playlists don't affect your channel. So I'll put it up. You can watch it whenever
Right.
you want.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. So the whole draw thing towards like with video games.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why, because before this, before I really went into being a VTuber, I was going to do a long play channel because
Mm,
I just wanted to play like video games. I had purchased, I don't know if you're familiar with like the retro gaming scene at all,
a little bit.
but I own a RetroTink 5X.
Oh. Huh.
You familiar?
No.
It was $500. It was
Oh shit.
basically it allows me to play old games the way you were supposed to, right? Uh,
Yeah.
because like
Okay.
I have a big hard on for like consoles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
I understand.
whenever I wanted to like play video games that I never got to play growing up via
Hmm.
emulation, I
Hmm.
could never bring myself to do it
Yeah.
because like I just can't, like if it's on my
It's
computer
also
screen,
it's also not the same experience.
yeah, it's not the same experience.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's fucking and there's something so motivating about buying like that Dreamcast that you had way back when,
One of
and
these
now
days,
it's in your
I
hands
want to get
again,
myself
you know?
a copy of a Nintendo 64 somehow again. That would make me
Yeah.
happy.
And I'm that's one of the consoles I'm doing too. So I said all this for this. I realized while I was like doing my long play channel, because the whole point was to play those games and to get them out there. Like I just liked
Hmm.
making content, even back when I was like a 14 through 16-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, back in my fucking parents' house, right? Uh,
Yeah.
back when we only had composite video. Uh, I
Yes.
I would literally like record on VHS my playthroughs of games.
I love that.
Like this has been in my blood so fucking long. So I wanted to do that, but then I realized uh, if I'm going to be playing like games, like retro games that I could have grown up with but didn't,
Mm.
wouldn't it be better if people could see my reaction to it? You
Hmm.
know, like people get that first time experience. And it might even it'd be better for me too, because when I look back on the video, I could be like, yeah, this is how I felt about it the very first time I played it.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, the best way to do that nowadays is to be a streamer, because you
It's
know,
true.
I mean, let's plays like, you know, those are kind of not exactly in vogue anymore, like regular let's
It's
plays.
true. It's true. I mean, there are plenty of them around, but every time I see one on YouTube, it has like 60 views, and I'm like, why is
Right.
this on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And now like that's basically like most of my videos. But like that's I mean that's high for me, man. My old let's plays, I was lucky to get like 20. So
I mean, see, and I mean, it is what it is, right? But I also think about the fact that like literally I'm not even shitting you. Yesterday, I was scrolling through my YouTube and I saw, because I watch a lot, I watch so much random content, but like lately I've been watching a lot of like Nintendo 64 Zelda related stuff because I'm like specifically about like the art and how it was made and shit. And so you get
Exactly. Yep.
by proxy recommended people playing Nintendo 64 Zelda, right? Which is totally fine. I'm for it. Like I love speedrunning, like watching
Yeah.
speedruns and shit. It's
Yep.
kind of cool. But like there's one particular video I saw. It was literally just a Majora's Mask Let's Play. And it
Yeah.
was uploaded like a month ago. And I was like, nobody watches these. Like, I hate to be that guy, but nobody watches Let's Plays
Yep.
anymore. You have to make it entertaining or funny.
Yep.
You can't just
Yep.
upload an hour-long video of you playing Majora's. Nobody gives a shit.
Yep. And the thing is, when people do that, you know they're doing it for the passion of it. They're
It's
doing it
true.
because they love
They
games, right?
truly just love playing the game, which I totally get, and
And there's
that's
such
great.
an innocence in that. Like not only
It's true.
they're not jaded by like fucking like, yeah, I'm
They
gonna
don't give
make
a
money
shit.
off YouTube,
They're
you
like,
know, like
I'm playing my favorite fucking game on YouTube. Let's
yeah,
go. Let's fucking go. And I'm like,
exactly.
yeah,
And you know, like you root for those people anyway, and you're like,
it's true.
maybe this like will skyrocket
Will
them
give you happiness. Yes,
to their
you're so
first
right.
100 subs one day. You know, like
It's true.
it's and
There
you
is
know,
I will say though, if you happen like yeah, if you ever have happened to go and do anything with video games, one of my favorite things that I think a lot of video game related channels could be doing now. One of my favorite things to see is like because you were talking about like reactions, right? Like streamer
yeah,
reactions to playing games for the first time and like
yep,
cut up. It's almost like a stream highlights, but you don't call it stream highlights, right? Because no one gives a
right,
shit
yeah,
about that title.
exactly,
But like one of my favorite ones was like watching the voice actress who played Aerith in the remake of the Final Fantasy VII
yeah,
game. Watching her react to herself in the game
yep,
was so fucking great. I was like, I
yeah,
fucking love these videos so much. It was really
yep.
cool.
It's
So
just the
shit like that.
evolution. It's just the evolution of like video game related content. You know,
Exactly.
it's like it's special to see like
Right.
coming from like back in the days when people didn't even have dazzles. They literally
I
like
I
recorded
remember
with a
when
hand cam.
yes, I remember when when we talk about old YouTube, I always think about like because I think about let's like people's videos nowadays, like entertainment, like Minecraft videos, right? Like sometimes
Yeah,
I still watch those, like 100 days of Minecraft videos. Sometimes entertain me, sometimes they're annoying because they're Mr. Beast knockoffs, but sometimes they're
yeah,
really good. And so, but when I think about that, I think about old YouTube and I think about how like literally like fucking not even 8 years ago, we had like shitty 144p like
yeah,
Minecraft let's plays and like 30-minute long videos of like people playing through Minecraft. And I used to watch every single one
yeah,
of them and I loved that shit. I just think about it all the time. I'm like, wow, we've really come a distance, dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's insane. Like, just the fucking nostalgia make you feel like an old man even though you're in your mid 20s.
Exactly. And then I look back and I'm like looking at like the Minecraft videos and I'm like, how did I ever fucking watch these? I was like, these are the worst fucking things I've ever seen in my life. I don't know, some of it they were really good. It's just a
Yeah.
different quality, right? It's the same thing as like CRT TV versus now
Oh
having
yeah, hell yeah.
4K, right? It's like, oh, like I when I played The Legend of Zelda on a Nintendo 64, it looked fucking amazing. Now, if you go
Right.
back and play it on a Nintendo 64, it looks like fucking shit. It's just a
Yeah.
different
Like
thing, like
you played it on a Nintendo 64 on a CRT at 480i with
Yep,
composite video,
yep.
and like this was the peak of video
Everything was
games.
pixelated and blurry and
Yeah.
horrible,
And
but it
nowadays if
looked
you
great.
yeah, it looked great. That's all that mattered. Like
Looked great. Yep.
yeah, fucking it's that's the amazing that's another really cool thing too about like building up like a retro kind of setup
Mhm.
where you're playing real consoles because you're trying to make it look as good as it can on modern displays
Yeah.
without sacrificing like any kind of input delay, you know.
Yes, it's true.
So and the retro
Well,
tank, I mean, there's a reason why it costs so much. It's fucking
that's
great.
what no, I mean, that's why a ton of people hated and I mean, I played it I'm playing it and it's fine. That's why a ton of people hated the Nintendo 64 expansion for the Switch because there's a lot of input delay in certain games.
Right. Yep. And
Even though
not
it looks great, it feels wrong.
yeah. and like
You know?
even some of like the textures can be off just
Yeah.
because of like emulation. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
Uh, so when there's something special about like, having that PS1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a composite cable anymore. It's a RGB SCART, right?
Yeah.
And you plug it into your upscaler, your
Yep.
expensive fucking 1080p, like with options to make it look as good as possible without sacrificing playability. You're
Yep.
playing it on the real hardware, but it looks like what an emulator looks like.
Yeah. So cool. I love that
It's
concept so much.
it's just such. The first time I felt that feeling, I was like, "This is it. This is how I die. Like this
This is
is
how
where my money's going." Like first it was guitar, and now it's this
it's so good. It's so great.
BBC cable.
LOL.
But yeah, it's just a I'm a gear nerd. Uh,
That's fair.
Not necessarily a tech nerd, just a gear nerd. I like having toys. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So like that's why. Oh, shout out to one of the Chads in my chat, by the way, Acumen, Anime Acumen.
Hmm.
Motherfucker bought me a Go XLR, right?
Ah.
So when he did that, like literally when I put it on my throne, I was like, never expect to get this. I don't really need it. Not gonna think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the second I noticed that it was bought for me, I became a fucking schoolgirl, man. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. It's gonna be so cool. I can't wait to play with it. I can't wait to
Right.
like have little fart sounds on the fucking.
On
I
the
can't wait to
sample.
make I can't wait to make my sound like my voice sound deeper. Fucking oh man, with reverb I could do karaoke. Like, like I just became like such a fucking, little giblet.
Right.
It's just like, I just love toys. Like I love that shit.
That's fair.
Oh fuck.
I get that.
Oh man. So let's see. Between musician and VTuber, I don't know how you have any money. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I might as well not. Like it's I want to hear you recreate that schoolgirl reaction with the new mic. Oh, I will try. I will try. It'll be the same mic, but it'll be oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I wanted to ask you this before stream, but
Oh,
now
but
that
here we
we're
are.
on stream, I'm going to ask you it here.
Yeah.
So I have the Scarlet Solo 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like what is your opinion about using the Go XLR as a audio interface for like recording and stuff?
It's probably fine. Um, this is funny because I actually just saw a tweet by Tachibana
Yeah,
today where he was talking about using a Scarlett. I think it was a Scarlett Solo. I can't remember. Scarlett Solo, which is like not the greatest interface, but he used Scarlett Solo, an SM57, I
yeah.
think, and
One of
something
the best
else.
mics ever as a
And
guitar
like
nerd.
literally, obviously, he was like, yeah, it costs. Oh, and he had a processor, like a vocal effects processor, like an analog processor.
Yeah,
And he was like, yeah, all of this costs less than a Go XLR, which you're not going to use the routing for anyway. He's like, and you're going to sound way better. And I was like, shit.
yeah,
And I was like, it's really good. It's a really good setup. But anyway, point is, it's probably fine to use the Go XLR to record with. I mean, your preamps might be stronger than the Scarlett, so you might get a cleaner,
okay,
like less system hiss. Um, if you record with the Go XLR, I would say obviously make sure you don't have your presets on when you record. A lot of VTubers do
oh yeah,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
problem later, obviously, because then like vocalists, you have to adjust their processing because they're
yeah,
already processed. So make
yep,
sure you're doing like you have a raw preset and you use that for recording, and then like
yeah,
your other presets for like your stream or whatever.
yep, yep.
But yeah,
I
it's probably fine to record in Go XLR. I mean, I don't. It's literally just an interface with extra routing and some cool sampling ability.
oh
So
fucking god damn it. I I guess I sparked Toast's oil baron power. He just
Uh-oh.
donated to my Switch.
Let's go.
So thank you for that, sir. Appreciate it. But once again, fucking stop. Like, I mean, I realize that telling him to not do it is really just like
You're just
you know,
you're just like encouraging him to do it.
yeah, but like it's a formality because it's like,
Yeah,
you know, every stream could be somebody's first stream seeing you, you know?
it's true.
So it's like the last thing I want is for like fucking someone's first stream to see me being like, "Oh, Toast donated another fucking money again." That's just Toast, like sounding like an
Right.
ungrateful asshole, you know what I mean?
Right. That's true.
But yeah, like of course I appreciate the fuck out of that.
Oh yeah.
Like everything I ever got since becoming an adult was paid for by me, so it's like the fact that I'm getting anything from other people is kind of like taking me back to when I was a kid. It's like,
I
"Mommy,
think about
get
that
me
all the
this
time.
video game." Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, times are simpler when I was a child.
Right.
I could get video games that someone else bought for me. I don't have to buy shit myself.
Yeah,
Life
exactly.
was easy.
But at the
I didn't
same
have to worry
time,
about
it's like
taxes.
it's taxes. Speaking of taxes, by the way, since I'm not monetized yet, I don't have to worry about it. But like doing taxes for YouTube is like a terrifying thing to me.
To you, it's
Yeah.
not as bad as you think.
No.
No, because actually doing your taxes for your donations will be worse and more complicated.
Really?
Um, yeah, because you have to keep track of that. Because well, yeah, you have to keep track of that because there's nothing that keeps track of it for you. YouTube will send you, Google will send you when you do your taxes. If you've made
Hmm.
enough money in the year, like gross income, they will send
Right.
you a like a 1080 whatever, a 10 for whatever they're called,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
tax form. So and it will you just literally put it in like you do your normal taxes and it
Okay.
takes out
Yeah.
the money that you're supposed to take out. Google keeps track of that, but because obviously they don't tax you, so you have to use that form to tax yourself properly. But at
Right.
the same time, when a W-2, thank you, Toast. Yes, that's what it's called. Because you're under, but the thing is, like, at the same time though, you're anything that anyone donates to you, even though like donations are non-taxable, that's a different category, right? So like
Yeah.
donations is something like non-profit donation, like to a church or
Okay.
something or to
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But if you're like making money through donation via like streaming, that needs to be, you need to keep track of that so you can tax yourself accordingly later.
Right. It's fucking it's terrifying.
Yeah, that's the only thing you should be afraid of, is not being monetized and getting money.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely what I'm doing. So
So yeah,
though
just keep track
I do know that
of
there
those.
is I don't know if it's state or federal or anything like that, but like
Mhm.
I do know there's like a minimum it's called like gifting type
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Uh so I probably don't have to
Yeah.
worry about it yet,
No,
but
you're probably fine. There's a minimum of like also how much you need to make as income in the year for it to be taxable technically, like for you to
yeah.
report it. So you're probably fine.
Yeah. Plus it's like I don't know, it's like when it comes to throne too specifically, it's like that's literally people buying you a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I yeah, I don't know. Fucking 600 a year. I don't know about that. Like I once got a gift of like 3 grand. They didn't tax that unless I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Anyway, I'm sure it depends. Just I don't know. I guess just do your taxes the best you can. Don't let the IRS come after you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking we'll see. I'm not super worried about it. Fucking, if I end up
Trying
missing,
really
we had a good run, guys, but
right. Yeah. Thanks, Doom. You're great. Hang in there. You can do it. I believe in you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Delegate
Delegate
and
and hire a tax guy?
hire a
Yes.
tax guy. Like
Absolutely
spend
easy if you
money.
make enough money.
Yeah, spend money to make money, right?
Though it'll probably be in your best interest later. Like I
Yeah,
think
for
just about
sure.
every like bigger YouTuber has an accountant, right? It's probably a good idea, but yeah, none of us can afford it right now.
Right. In hell for tax evasion. I am a demon.
Hey, fair enough. There you go.
It's
It's true.
gonna be me and Kanye evading
Me and
taxes.
Son of a bitch. Me and
Me
Kanye.
and Kanye.
I love that. God damn it, Raida.
That's what we do here.
Me and Kanye in hell for tax evasion. Let's go.
Let's do
Fuck
it.
yeah. Let's go.
I'm an
Avoid
artistic
tax.
genius.
Yes. Suffering from success.
Yeah, literally. Fucking, I don't know. Like, it still feels like such a far off, uh, like such a far off thing to
Hmm.
think that it could possibly be a steady source of income. You know what I mean?
And in fact, it might be. I
Yeah.
mean, the truth about YouTube and growth is like the only people that get it quickly are exceptional cases, right?
Right.
Which sucks to think about because I mean, I think just like everybody who starts a YouTube channel and wants to be at least somewhat successful so they can make it their full-time thing maybe, or sustainable. I think just about every one of them just like me sits down and is like, "No, I'm going to be different. I'm going to make it happen in a couple months or this
Right.
this next year it's going
Absolutely.
to happen," right? But truthfully, like it takes a couple of years, you
Yeah.
know, unless you like are really really calculated about how you do things. Like I mean, there's literally a video like Ludwig did a video where he was like, I made a new YouTube channel to prove it's not luck. And it's not. It's not luck. It's skill, right? It
Yeah.
is 100,
Oh yeah.
almost
Yeah. For
like
sure.
98% skill. But the thing is, like, that's a scenario that a lot of people won't do, right? Like no one just not everyone goes onto a large streamers like stream and donates them a thing for them to watch their video, right?
Right.
A
Yeah.
tribute made specifically for them to get the views, right? And the channel growth, which like is a genius strategy, by the way. But like
Yeah.
a lot of us aren't going to do that because we don't give a shit about that, right? So, but that's why Ludwig is a genius. But the
Shit.
thing is, like,
Maybe I could like fucking store up some channel points on nags. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like,
hey,
hey,
literally, like
discover
this is
me, sir.
it's a new tactic, right? Like you
Right.
could if you make like especially if you put together like a video, let's say you make a video about nags, right? And you make like
Yeah.
top whatever nags moments and it's like him making stupid ass fucking noises to anime girls or something, right?
Right.
And you're like this video is fucking hilarious and you make it super funny and then you donate in chat and you send that link and you go, "Hey, you should check out this video
Yep.
about you." Right? It's really funny, maybe he'll pop it open and then boom,
Yep.
instant you get, it's a genius strategy, but
Yeah.
like it's really
Yeah.
hard to pull off.
Yep. I mean, I do have. I made a top 10 nags bussins. I do have a video that I'm really like. I say I'm proud of it, but really like I didn't make the video. It was edited by Pog.
Oh yeah.
He or she, I don't know. They do a lot of clips for Millie. So they're a
Mm,
fan clipper. They're a relatively big fan clipper.
mm,
I commissioned Pog to make me like a little minute long video,
mm.
uh, and the algorithm caught it just a little bit. It's sitting at like 900 views right now.
Oh, that's
Uh,
nice.
yeah, it's a fully edited video, like an actual VTuber clip. Like the kind of thing that
I
you would.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's called
You would see browsing YouTube, right?
yeah, it's called How to Tell People You're a VTuber.
That's a genius title. I love that.
So
Great
yeah,
idea. Oh my god. I love that.
so it's like boom, there you go. Like so it's there, and I feel like if I ever get like caught, it's gonna be because of that. You know what I mean? But I mean, I could be
Yeah.
completely wrong. It could be like some random shit. But
I don't know. I mean, I think that is a great title and thumbnail potential, right? Like that idea already sounds great. Like there are tons
yeah,
of. I mean, obviously, it's also like it could be partially a joke, right? It's like how do you tell someone you're a VTuber? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's a running joke in the VTuber world, right? But
exactly.
then like, and if it pops off, someone's gonna see that and be like, "What the fuck is this?" And then
Yeah.
so yeah,
Did you ever see that video?
I did
No.
not. I have to see. Is it on? It's on your channel, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yep, definitely.
Okay, then I'm gonna watch it after this.
Yep, yep, for sure. I'm definitely proud of like it was a nice because it was a clip, right? It was a clip from a stream, so it's not like it was like premeditated. It's like, oh, this is a skit that I played out,
It's
right?
just real shit. Yeah,
Yeah, and it
the
was
benefit
funny.
of live
Like
streams.
I love I love the clip. Like it's still my favorite clip on my channel.
I love that.
As well as the one it's a short, so its success was short lived, but the wire tomboy is great. You know, I think you might have seen that one.
I might have.
Yeah, that one was nice. I like that one too, but it was much more like because my delivery was stilted because I actually had a Japanese guest on that day,
Ah,
so I was like, you know, she asked me to talk slow for her, and I was like, yep, absolutely. So
of course.
so my delivery wasn't like the standard, you know, Raida delivery that it always is. Raida, you so hard to draw. Aw. I say aw because that implies you're drawing me, and I think
Get
that's
fucked,
awesome.
Raida. Stop
Well,
being so hard to draw,
no,
idiot.
right? Fucking you, fucking asshole
Fucking
with the
stupid
with your
moron.
horns, you horny
Fucking yeah,
bitch.
you dumb. You horny bitch. I love that. Yeah,
Fucking
no, that's
red.
great. I mean, honestly, like realistically speaking, another thing too is like that clips. I'm sure that clips video, that clip that you have is really doing well as well because it's also like, I mean, there's a reason that all the facets of doing YouTube are met for separate people, right?
Yeah,
Like, there's a reason you hire an editor, right? Like, you can be good at it. Like, you can edit your own videos. Many people have for a long time, but there's a
right.
reason that people hire editors, right? Like, somebody will do it better than you because it is their full time job, right? And so similarly, if you've got like a clipping channel who makes clips, I don't know if they do it full time, maybe not, maybe I don't know. But if they're doing it all the time and it's like fan clipping for like a big like agency type of stuff, you know,
Yeah,
it's like obviously they're going to be good at it because those people are getting lots of views and they have to be
yeah,
good so that people
yeah,
see it and love watching it, right? So then it's like, okay, great. If like someone does that for you, then that's like an instantaneous kind of boost almost where it's
oh
like,
yeah, yeah,
I got someone to do this who is good and professional and it is what they do. And so you know it's going to be good, right?
yeah.
Yeah. You
And
know
like
that.
that,
I don't have to say that, but
yeah. And it's like that's the reason why I wanted them to do it because it's like, you know, their work speaks for itself. You know, and like
mhm,
I didn't just want a clip that I was hoping would get big. I wanted a
right.
clip that I could be proud of. You know, like because like
Yes.
I feel like especially for me, I'm a um, full disclosure, I'm a dirty, filthy clip watcher. You know,
Fair.
I don't really partake in too many streams when
I don't either. I
yeah.
don't either. I'm going to be honest with you.
So
It's hard.
obviously, since most like 98% of my VTubing experience has been through watching clips, like obviously uh there's like a template that you're used to seeing. There's like an
Mhm.
atmosphere about the clips, like the way that a lot of clippers edit that you just get used to seeing, right?
It's true.
So when I would like watch back my own streams, obviously it does not look like that because there's no editing, there's no
Mhm.
subtitles, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm fucking just streaming.
Mhm.
So like one of me when I first started VTubing, I was like, I want to see myself in one of those clips like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since I'm an indie, like the likelihood of seeing one of those anytime soon is super low, like super low.
Mhm.
So it's so much easier and made it attainable when I found out that one of the clippers that does that shit has a
Mhm.
price tag. Like I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen. Fucking, you know, like, and
Yeah. Totally.
when I first saw the clip, I was like, wow, I'm kind of funny. You know,
I love that. Yeah.
finally
Yeah.
finally seeing myself in the context I'm always used to consuming the content.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, that's a great thing, right? Is like that is something that you are proud of because it's something you it's the way you consume it and you're like, "Oh, now I am that consumption of content," which is
Yeah,
awesome and it makes you feel good, right? And you're happy about that, right? And I think that is like the tried and true like obviously back to our conversation from earlier where I was talking about, you know, quality versus quantity, right? And the
right.
whole YouTube back and forth shit. Obviously, you need like every video. Oh my god, so many YouTube, so much YouTube. I consume way too much about growing on YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah,
Uh, every video is truly a lottery ticket, right? I won't say streams, but like every video is a
yeah,
lottery ticket on YouTube, right? Every clip can be a lottery ticket on YouTube, right? Similarly, though, there is this one moment I always remember where I can't remember when, but at some point Ludwig, I think, was doing an interview and he was talking about his content, and he was talking about, or maybe it was like his video where he was like, he's talking about not uploading. He was taking a break at some point because he uploads,
Yeah.
once every single day, and he's got multiple editors to like make that happen. And he did daily uploads for like 2 years straight because it was like a streak for him at that point. He was like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to stop. I got to keep going. I got to beat my streak, right? But he got to a point where he took a long break, I think near Christmas or whatever, and he was talking about how he was talking with Mr. Beast, right? And he was like, "Yeah, I'm uploading every day, blah 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 blah," and he's talking about all this stuff. And Mr. Beast was like, "But are you proud of every video you upload?" And Ludwig was like, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like that is a real that's a real conversation to have. Like
Yeah.
even if you're trying to make the best videos you can possibly make, like if you aren't proud of something that you put out, it's not gonna be maybe as beneficial to you, right?
Yeah.
In your growth, in your learning experience. Um, because just, I mean, obviously, like, there's something to be said about, again, the quantity thing, but
Hmm.
if you're not posting content you would consume or that you are proud of at the same time, like, it's then like, okay, like, I'm just doing this to do it, not because I care about what I'm doing, right? So, I don't know. I really like that. Anyway, my point is I really like that, and so I really resonate with like you
Yeah.
being proud of that clip because I'm like that is like something that's like so important as a YouTuber and VTuber and
Yeah.
any stream whatever content creation. I think like you should make work that you are proud of because what's the point of
Absolutely.
making it otherwise, right? Like
And
it's
it's
fucking
hard
stupid.
for me as like a streamer to do that because like as I said like just a second ago, I don't watch streams. Like I was never a stream watcher. So
Hmm.
it's like as I'm doing it, I'm like I wouldn't watch this. Like not
Yeah,
necessarily because I'm bad. I am, but not necessarily because I'm bad.
right.
It's just like
Streams are hard to get through. Truly.
yeah, like it's not streams aren't my thing. But I'm a
Right.
streamer now. So it's like yeah, like what Sky just said. I think so long as you're having fun, it's fine. And that's good too.
It's
Like
true.
because
There's
I do usually
there's like
have fun.
Yeah. There's like a balance of it depends on what your goal is, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you again, there's a semblance of like obviously if YouTube is just a hobby for you, if you do not give a shit, then all you got to do is have fun and do what you want to do, right? But at the end of the day, if you have any semblance at any point of wanting to make income off of YouTube in any way, which is totally okay, there's nothing wrong with making money. I think there's a stigma of people who are like, I don't want to make money from YouTube. It's fine to
right.
make money on YouTube. Totally okay. 100% okay to stop doing what you're doing in life and make money on YouTube if
Yeah,
it's going to be more fun for you, right? But the thing is, like, the second you want to do that, you need to care about growing
yep,
because if you don't grow, you won't get income.
yep,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? So, but it also has to be fun because if it's not fun, you're going to hate yourself.
Yeah,
And nobody
yeah,
wants to hate themselves. Even
yeah.
like, yeah, the truth is like, that stupid fucking saying that like, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life,
Right.
which is fucking bullshit. Um, because it has to be work for it to mean something,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But the thing is like you need to like not need to sorry that's a really aggressive you need to do this no but what I think is like um the train just stopped. Oh my god. What
Don't
was
you
I saying?
fucking hate that shit? Like,
Oh my god, YouTube growth. But yeah, like if you want to make some semblance of income, you should grow, but you have to have fun while growing and doing that thing to make income. It is, I guess, my long story short that you, I'm sure, are aware of at this point is you can make money on YouTube, grow, and be happy at the same time. Wow, what a crazy concept! But you have to know like how you want to do that, right?
right. Yeah.
Again, if it's a hobby, none of this matters. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like I don't care. But I think there are also a lot of people that teeter in between the two. Where like me, sometimes for a long time I was like, oh, well, I think it's just a hobby. But then I was like, but I want to make money, right? Like nothing
Yeah,
wrong with making money. I'm a greedy little bitch. I want money. All right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Like I hate working a regular job. It's fucking boring. I want to work. I want to work a YouTube job and make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Hobby Lobby is expensive, exactly. And so, um, you know,
Hey,
uh,
Toast. Thanks for the dono, sir.
thank you, Toast. That's what a dude.
He's
What a
great.
Chad.
What an absolute
Um,
Chad. He is a
and
loaf
like
of Chad.
I, I think I think for everyone who's watching in this chat right now, like obviously I'm not a YouTube guru and I don't fucking know anything because I'm still a growing channel, but I think that like at the end of the day, like you don't need to pit your values and like things and like numbers of like things to quantify like, oh, I enjoy it this much versus how much I want to make money versus none of that shit matters. It's not that deep. Like if you want to
Yeah,
make some income, some extra income, and you're enjoying growth and you're enjoying like doing what you're doing, just keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
if later it becomes a responsibility where you really truly do want to grow and like you're obtaining more responsibility, then you can deal with it. But like if not, then just do what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm again wise words from SoundWeebJay. I don't know.
The
I'm just talking out my
sagely
ass. I'm just
Sage
talking out my
Weeb
ass.
J. Fucking so like he's a Chad until you need to file taxes. True.
Yeah, you bastard. You
I'll,
causing
I'll
everyone tax
I'll
problems.
probably do some looking up. It'd be nice if because like the cool thing about having a job
Yes,
is that they automatically take that shit
they
out.
tax you as long as you
So
set it up properly.
yeah, so it'd be nice to find out if you could do that like on these platforms somehow.
I don't think you can. And I think the reason for that is because at least not with YouTube, because in YouTube's case, you're technically self-employed, right? Like
Ah,
YouTube does not own you. You are not an employee of YouTube, but you are a self-employed person using YouTube's platform, which is
right.
like why they take up to 30% from you. So in their eyes, it's like you're utilizing our platform for your personal gain, but
Yeah.
you are self-employed, which is why self-employed YouTube also sucks because self-employment tax is high as shit.
Uh,
I mean, trust me, like coming from the guy who has to file his mixing taxes at the end of every year,
oh
it's fucking
yeah.
terrible. It's horrible.
How do you like? Obviously you don't have to disclose it if you don't want to, but is that like does that make you decent money doing your mixing?
Mixing? I think I want to say yes, but the thing
Yeah.
with mixing too is like it depends. Again, it's a structural thing, right? Like if I took 15 mixes a month, yeah, it would make me a shit
Yeah.
ton of money, but I don't, right?
Right.
But it's good enough for me, like because right now, for me, like I work, I have what I call still a full time job because
Yeah.
it's still like 30 hours a week, but it's
Right.
not full time. They consider me part time, so it's part time. Um, I'm down to like 3 days a week because I chose to go down that low at my day job because I want more time to work on this stuff, right? And so, um, as a side, I'm like, oh well, mixing commissions again. It makes me a decent amount of money. Obviously, you have to factor in like, let's say self-employment taxes, like at least 20%, right? It's
Yeah.
probably like 12 or something like that, but we'll say 20 to be safe. Um, then it's like, okay, if I make if I make $200 off a mix, because that's essentially how I charge, like it's like 175 full mix and then like extra things, which
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
usually need because singers are not good with harmonies. Some of them are, but a lot of them are
I
not, which
don't even understand them. So
I totally understand. So I'm like, okay, like I'll make this for you. It's an upcharge, right? So let's say $200 for the end of a mix. Um, PayPal takes a little bit of that because I can't use anything except PayPal. I mean, I could probably use something else, but PayPal's my best alternative right now.
yeah.
PayPal takes a little bit of that because of transfer fee. Um, so let's say it's like maybe if the fee was like 205 or the mix is 205, let's say I end up like 200 or whatever. That's fine, not a
Uh,
big deal. 200 after PayPal. Then taxes is like 20%. So it's $20, right? Because 220. So
mhm.
it brings me down. Okay, I have 100 and what? What is that? 180? I can't do math. 180 that I
Yeah.
can spend. But then I shouldn't spend all that because I need to save some of that, right? Like that you need to put money in your savings account, right?
Right.
And so like then I got to save that. So at the end of the day, really, I'm probably making about half of what I charge
Hmm.
because of taxes and saving. But
So you have like a special place that you put your taxes like specifically?
oh, I probably should. I just put everything in my savings account. And tally it up and hope that it's correct at the end of the year. But you should. It'd probably be smart to have like a separate account that like you hold
Yeah.
your tax money in,
Right.
so that you set it all aside and always have it for when the IRS is like, you did
Yeah.
freelance work, and you're like, I know. Uh, yeah, it's under the mattress. Fuck.
That
Yeah, you
Mr.
could do that.
Krabs type stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't. But you probably should.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea because like I'm sure setting up a savings account like because I don't have one, so that would make it pretty
You
easy,
c-
you know?
you can set up. I think you can set up multiple savings accounts because like
Yeah,
the first one is like a personal savings account, right? And then like my checking. But you could probably set up like a second savings account because I know you can set up multiple where
yeah,
you're like, oh, this is my tax where I put all my tax money, right?
right.
Uh, Find a way to make an LLC, then open a separate business. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you could do that. Well, also as an LLC, you have more like, my God, business stuff. You have more like things you can write off on your taxes.
You don't have a savings account? I'm a VTuber.
Bro, I think every human being has a savings account, like a checking and a savings.
I'm not one of those. I'm a VTuber. Save money. I don't have money. I've never had money.
Jazz nags about they stop it. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's true. Like literally, once you start like operating as a business, even if you're still an individual and file for like an LLC, for example, it's like you then have the benefits of a business while being an individual human being. It's a lot of really cool shit. What is that noise?
Yeah,
Did I just cause a problem? What is that sound?
I don't hear nothing.
Interesting. Causing my own problems here. I don't know what that is. Anyway, but yeah, really cool shit like that. But like, yeah, no. Anyway, long story short is, yeah, you should probably have some kind of separate account, or just like do some math on a spreadsheet, or like write it out in a book somewhere, like a notebook, and
Right.
be like,
Yeah.
this is what I have to set aside. This is
Yeah.
what I cannot spend, so that way at the end of the year I can pay back my taxes properly.
Right. So like I've been streaming now uh the 2nd of September, so this past the 2nd
hmm
marks my third month doing the streaming thing.
hmm
So uh I did not expect to have any kind of income at this point, unless of course, like I were to fucking explode, obviously. But I didn't count on that, obviously. So like the fact that I have any is like a surprise to me.
hmm
But it's the fact that it's only been 3 months does make it a little bit easier. Is for
Yeah.
and like not like fucking doing this for a whole year and like, oh, suddenly fucking at the end of the year it's like the IRS is like, hey, we noticed you been getting some stuff. I was
Right.
like, oh fuck, you know. But
It's
even
true.
then, like since I'm still so small, it probably wouldn't be the biggest fucking payment that I ever had.
Right. That's
And
true.
plus, like mixed with my regular job, like they'd probably be able to easily take it out of my tax return anyway at this point.
hmm
But it's definitely a good thing to know going forward, because like as a fucking filthy old man, I've had those worries in the back of my head. So it's like
Oh yeah.
every once in a while, I'm like, all right, if I talk to somebody that has done this shit, like
Hmm.
let me ask them about it. Again,
Yeah.
Ryder, the cut of your jib is pretty great.
Yeah. It
Appreciate
can
it.
be it can be a bit spooky. Like obviously, like I don't mind disclosing this information. It's fine. But like essentially, like last year, so like April, this last April
Oh wow.
when we did my taxes, essentially, I ended up like, oh man, like just barely like almost owing money because like it would have been a lot more, but I also pay student loans right now, so like that counts
Yeah.
towards your like tax interest shit or whatever. They love that. They're like, "Oh, thanks for paying your student loans. We'll take a little off of your taxes." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Thanks, fucking love that." But essentially, if I wasn't doing that at the time, I would essentially have owed, I think like it was like $300 or $400 or something like that. Because like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Like
it's not horrible,
that's
but like,
yeah, that's a
for
pretty
me, that's
hefty
bad.
chunk, but
That's a
that's
hefty
that's a pretty
chunk.
hefty chunk. Yeah. Like
Especially,
I don't make a whole lot of money at my day job or anything. Like, but
right.
like as long as like that number that I hear doesn't sound like fucking like an additional student loan. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like if you just say like, oh, at the end of the year, like you get fucking slapped with $400, like 100% that would suck because I'm
hmm
used to getting back 1,000, you know.
Right.
But at least I know like I'm not going to prison, right?
Well, the scary part is when I guess I should have mentioned this. The scary part is when you get your tax return and it's like $6 and you can't, and it's $6 because of that $400 that
Yeah.
you had to
Yep.
pay back, right? It's like that's why everything ended up the way it was this year is because with my tax return, I got like $6
Yeah.
because that covered all of my
Yep.
like freelance fees. But it's scary because it's a situation where like you as a freelancer, like you're in a deficit at the time when you're not getting a lot of work where like
Right.
you make enough money to help support yourself living and then you don't make enough to pay your taxes back,
Yeah.
which is
It's
why
fucking
I
rough.
guess if anyone ever does any freelance, I stress the importance to you to charge for your taxes.
Ah, there you go.
Like if you're charging, I don't know, let's say you're doing art and you charge $200, which is still pretty low, $200 for like a full body thing or whatever.
Uh,
And you're like, okay, great. That's going to cost me almost $20 in taxes or more. Charge tack another 50 on top of that. You know what I mean? Like make it a part of your fee to like cover your taxes because otherwise you're fucked. So yeah, that's a
fucking
good idea.
I let me just like take a second to appreciate how on this stupid little VTuber stream we started talking about like managing taxes and it's such a fucking boomer shit it's no wonder my viewers dropped like during this
But
section.
it's important.
It's very important.
Those
It's very
viewers that have
important.
dropped and disappeared are gonna fucking suffer when they do their taxes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But no, it's like it's like one of those things I appreciate. It's like the fact that we went from me fangirling over Zeffy being in the chat, and then fast forward almost 2 hours, and we're talking about taxes,
Taxes.
like in a completely non-political way.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking
Yeah,
about
I
the
mean,
reality of taxes,
the reality of taxes.
not the
We don't. Yeah,
politics of taxes.
I don't give a shit about politics. I just want to tell you that, like, be safe, pay the
Yeah,
government what you owe them. I
absolutely.
guess
Like,
whatever.
yeah,
Do your
dude.
taxes. Like, you don't want to get
And
arrested. That's all I'm saying.
I never expected to live this long, as it's been pretty non-tubular. I'm gonna be real. that's pretty good.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, I also kind of like that about this format of you know interview. It's not an interview, but about this format, it's like we could just talk about fucking whatever, you know. It's like, oh, I don't want to upset the sponsors. We can't talk about taxes, you know.
Fuck the sponsors. I'm talking about taxes.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where I gotta like appreciate it every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's like
That's totally
this
fair.
was a real human conversation.
Yes.
Fucking
Yeah.
anime girls,
Wish there were
video
more of those
games,
in the VTuber.
taxes.
Well, actually, I guess I don't. I don't wish there were more of those in the VTuber
Yeah.
space because sometimes the wrong people have them and they go in the wrong direction, like politics or
Yeah.
religion or whatever. It's
Right.
like it's fine, but at the end of the day, like I wish we had more conversations in this space. I wish
About the reality of stuff.
of the reality, but like in a chill, casual way. Right?
Yeah.
Like I wish that everyone had a community like Velocity had their community. And when I tell you that like Shabir does not like that, those boys do not get involved in any drama. It doesn't even show up on their radar, which is amazing to even think about. Like their Twitter, they don't have it. Like
especially as a reaction channel.
They're smart about what community they build, and their community is just full of wonderful. I mean, everyone's communities are great, but their community is wonderful people that are not drama centric, and they don't care about any of that shit. They're just here to watch VTubers, right?
Yep.
Which is, I love that. Like,
Yep.
if everyone could be like that, where we are all just chilling and having casual shit, shooting shit, and not caring about like the repercussions of that shit, it's like, Velocity. Okay, but like I don't at this point they just gotta change their name because what the fuck is Velocity? Like that's dumb. It's Velocity.
It's kind of like the Sonic 3 Hydro City versus Hydrocity debate.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking great.
But also when he says it, they say Velocity. He doesn't say Velocity.
He does say it Velocity. I've never watched, so I don't know.
In their intros, I'm pretty sure he's like whatever. He says like Shabir and Asa from Velocity. He says Velocity.
Okay.
It's not Velocity. Come on. But it's written Velocity. Is it? I'm gonna go watch one literally right now. I have to hear it. I have to hear him say it again.
I watched their streams. Oh shit!
I watched all their videos. I know their intro. Damn it! I swear to God. All right, hold on. I
It's
guess
like
they
I
mostly do
promise you,
streams now, though.
I'm not a fake fan.
I know.
Watch Jay find out he's a fake
All
fan.
right. Blah blah blah. Yeah, this is a cover, right? All right. What? Oh, it's right. It's because they cut down streams. They're not doing the intros anymore. What? Where's the intro?
Oh no.
I need to hear it.
Oh
I
no.
need to hear it.
Hey May, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just as
Don't do it. No, I gotta scroll all the way back. I have to hear this fucking intro again. What, bro? Wait, this is stream. Oh my god, bruh.
There never was an intro.
Don't say that shit. Don't
Both
do
you
this
guys
to
are
me.
wrong. There's just not one.
Don't do this to me. Wait,
maybe
I have one that I watched. Oh,
maybe the real intro were the friends we made along the way.
Fuck you. Successful
Successful
derail. My job
derail.
here is done. Fuck you. You're the worst.
It's my boy Aiko.
Creating
content.
All streams. Why did they start making streaming content? I hate it. I can't find the intro. I just want to hear it.
Just want to hear it once. Just give it to me, baby.
They've been doing this forever. Literally, what the fuck? It's been almost like a half a year of them doing stream cut downs.
It's in the outro, Aiko says.
Is it in the outro? Son of a bitch. Why?
Why?
They
Why
used to have an entire ass intro to every single video where they're like, it should be an awesome from Velocity.
How
Literally.
could this happen to me?
There it is. He
Made
does
my mistake.
Okay. It is a bit weird. Okay, I guess he does have there's a slight pause, but he still says it like velocity. Like the word velocity, but he has he says velocity. But there's no point in doing that. It's just one word. Why would you say that? No, if you're gonna say it, you should say velocity. You know what I mean? Like as two separate words, but he doesn't. He says velocity. It's because he's British. Fucking bastard.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean,
bastard.
You actually know him, right? So you could talk to him and hash that out.
It's true. I should ask him. I'm literally gonna call him later and confront him about his channel name.
All right, bye, Mario Man. Thanks for dropping by.
Oh my god, I can't believe sorry for wasting time just trying to search
it's
for
totally
fucking
fine.
intro.
This is the shit I live for.
Aiko, you're the worst. How could
this
you
is the
do
shit
this to
I
me?
live for. Tell him Aiko Ran sent you.
I will.
Aiko Tan. Okay, Aiko Tan.
I will tell him.
Watch Aiko blow up before I do because of this. He doesn't even make content right now.
But anyway, my whole point was their community is fantastic, and so it's like all like not drama centric people, which like not to say that any communities are potentially drama centric, but like I just mean like I wish we could all be like that, where we're like, oh, like nobody gives a shit about that. We just shoot the shit. I wish I could go one day without seeing some shit on Twitter.
It's just like I said. I say it all the time, and I'm pretty sure I've heard you say it too, or seen you tweet it. I don't consider the VTuber community as a community. There's no such thing as the VTuber community.
The VTuber community, yeah.
It's more like a scene. Like, the
VTuber space, so to speak. Yeah, the scene. Exactly.
Each VTuber has their own community, and there might be overlap.
Correct.
There might be a lot of overlap. Like, fucking half of my mods are VTubers, and another third of my mod are going to become a VTuber, right? So they're going to have their own community one day. But
most communities aren't communities. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's like, whenever there's drama, when there's like, oh man, fucking, hashtag male VTubers, whatever. It's like
fucking male VTubers,
fucking male V. How dare they with their filthy penises of death? Fucking
yeah. Fucking dick thicking dumbass.
It's like calling people who use the internet a community. Exactly.
True.
It's like saying everybody that uses Twitter is a hive mind, right?
The other day, but they are, Raida. the other day, I saw a tweet by Joey, which is like the most genius tweet I've ever seen, and he's so right. Like, part of Twitter is also like us; it's our fault, right? Like when they're like, he was like, your Twitter feed is shit. That's because you're the people you follow are shit. Like, block people, mute people. And I'm like, you're so right. Like, if I want to stop seeing VTuber drama, I just need to block all the VTubers.
Just all of them. Fuck them.
You're totally right. Like I need to just mute the people or block the people that are giving their thoughts on takes and just
Ah,
move
yeah.
on. Because
Yep.
the big VTubers, the smart VTubers don't give their thoughts because they shouldn't, because it is a potential damage to their
Yeah.
brand, right?
I try super hard, and I'd like to think that I've succeeded because I can't remember ever actually bringing it up unless I like
Yeah.
mention like, oh man, fucking VTuber drama, fucking jerk off, whatever. But
Right.
like I never actually give my opinion on any particular thing. I'm just
Yeah.
like LOL VTuber drama, fucking suck my dick. That's
Yeah.
basically it. That's what I
There you
try
go. My
anyway.
timeline is mostly curated anime opie. Yeah,
Hey,
that's a good timeline to have as opposed to drama.
you
I'll
you
take that timeline
understand
every day.
why this guy's my number one? Like
Fair enough. Yeah,
he
no,
was
so, like, I thought about that, yeah, a couple days ago. I was like, "No, you're so right." Like, I just need to get better. Like, I think it's because they're like I think this is a conversation that also came up the other day on Twitter, was, like, people are, like, so pressed. I think it was because of what happened with Bao, right? Where people were
oh
like,
yeah
so many people are afraid to hit the unfollow button or the block button. Just fucking do it. Just fucking
yeah.
like, it's of no consequence to you. Like, if someone wants to bitch about it, they'll bitch about it. Fuck them.
And
You
like
block them.
even then, the mute button is right there.
Literally,
Like
that's true too. Like, you
there's
can
no
just mute
downside to it.
people. Yeah, it's so great. You can mute people; they will never know you muted them.
Yeah, and like I don't know.
Stuff
It's
happened
it's
about what?
just
No, I'm glad that the you in the chat, you guys don't know what happened, but yeah, it's just a thing, like a stupid thing that
yeah.
prompted the whole like something. I'll quickly refresh, but don't no takes, please. Essentially, it was just
No
like
takes.
someone was following Bao and Bao was following them. And there's like a smaller VTuber or content creator who was like really happy that Bao followed them. And so she unfollowed them because, like, as you do, like, you don't, like I do, I just unfollow people. Like, they don't need to be on my timeline. Like, I don't need to see them. But then, like, the smaller VTuber, it made her feel like she was the problem and maybe she posted something that she shouldn't have or whatever. And so she got into this whole, it's like a mental game, right? And so
Yeah.
she made a call out post, and like nobody, supposedly nobody knew what it was about. But then Bao was like, oh, like, sorry, like, basically, like, coming onto the post and
Yeah.
apologizing and letting her, that everyone on the post know that it was her. Essentially, it was
Yeah.
just it was a whole thing where, like, it was a lot of blown out of proportion. Like,
Yeah. It was
Bao
it
should be
was
free to do whatever
literally
she wants. This VTuber shouldn't be complaining about it. Whatever, blah blah, hot takes. But
it was
it was
something that
essentially
shouldn't
like,
even be discussed really.
yes, no, you're
Yeah.
totally right. It's something that didn't need to be talked about. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people are free to do whatever the fuck they want on the
Yeah.
internet, whether
Not
they are an
everybody
influencer or not.
not everybody needs to take a side,
Exactly. That too.
you
Yeah,
know.
people kept piling on. It was horrible. It was just the
Yeah.
fandom fights fandom, whatever. Like,
And
it
it's
doesn't
awful.
matter.
Like you
Right.
get that so much in the metal scene too, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if one band I like is beefing with another band. Like please just let me
Right.
listen to their music.
It's like, yeah, it's like, we don't care. Like, it was one of those things where, like, I saw someone else tweet about, like, you don't need to pile on your takes. Like, I promise you will be better without it. And I was like, oh, that's so sick. You're so right. Like,
Yeah.
legit, like, it just needs to stop. Like, this person should be free to do whatever they want,
Yeah.
and you should be free to do whatever you want. And, like, don't, I don't know. It's too many thoughts. Like, two sides to every story, three
Yeah.
sides to every story. But it's like, don't post dumb shit.
No,
Don't post unnecessary
not
shit,
everything is black and white,
and
you know.
do whatever. Exactly. You're right. You're right.
And
Not
like
everything's
if
black
what
and
you
white.
like doing is being part of drama, because some people are like that, right? If that's
Yeah,
literally fucking,
it's
how
true.
you get your rocks, like,
People, yeah,
like I don't agree with that, but at the same time, it's like,
so if it's
you
you, you do that, right? But,
yeah,
like,
you made your
just know
bed,
I'm gonna
right?
block you.
Right. It's just like I don't know. Like
Drama
and it
exhausts everyone, Pina. It's not supposed to
yeah.
be a fun thing.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be fun. I don't
But
like
yeah,
it.
so
It
those of you
makes
that are in chat right now, then, if you're like, if there's one takeaway you take away from today's stream, liberally use your mute and block button.
yep.
It is okay. Nobody will hate you, and if they
And,
do, they're not justified.
yep. Prepare for taxes.
Yep. Prepare for taxes.
We learned so much in this stream. Like fucking
Prepare,
use your
prepare for
mute button.
taxes. Use your block and mute button. Do what you want to do. Have
Uh,
fun and enjoy your life.
I'm only 2 steps away from Hollow Live.
Yeah.
That's a nice life lesson. Like that's an accomplishment that I can have for the rest of my life. I could quit
Right
and
now,
still say that. I
and
could
be
still
happy.
say that. Like literally, like my sub, like less than 1,000 sub ass, like can literally say, like, hey, did you guys know that like I was literally like 2 steps away from Hololive?
I was two
Like
steps away from Risu. Hell
two
yeah.
steps away from Risu. Like fucking is
Oh, so
you
I can
know,
mute Raida, and if he screams at me, he's unjust. Correct, because you are free to do whatever you want, no matter what your relationship is with your friends.
go for it, Pina.
Yeah.
Very educational stream. And the thing is, like all of Jay's streams are like that too. Like
Yeah.
let me tell you this, man. Like I
Oh,
like
thank you. Wait, I just realized what you said. Thank you.
all
I was
like
gonna
every
like deny you, but
like I'm not a big stream watcher, but anytime I notice he's streaming, I usually try to stop in if I can. And
thank you.
like he's always trying to drop some wisdom, trying to drop some knowledge. Like
No, no, no.
he is the most sagely fucking how old are you again? Like
24.
24.
Yeah.
I am 9 years older than this man. I am a fucking zombie, all right? Like
No, you're not.
but
You're not.
this
There are
guy
people
makes
older
me
than you.
this guy makes me feel like he is way ahead of his like fucking punching above his weight basically.
It's the beard.
It is the beard. The beard
It's the beard.
helps. As a fellow beard haver, like it's the beard.
It's the
Because
beard.
when I shave, no respect for the man in the mirror.
Yes, me too. When
Yeah,
this comes off, I look like a 12-year-old. So
dude,
it does not come off.
I remember your early videos where you had not much of a
No.
beard.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah, like
baby
fun
face
fact,
Jay.
that's the real reason why he privated those videos.
It's because I didn't want you to see my baby face. Yeah.
Just because he
It's
didn't
true.
want
You're
you to
right.
see the fucking baby face. All right, well
Oh, having a...
we're fucking out of time though, and
Oh yeah, we've been here a while.
it's a shame because this was fucking great, but like we gotta
Yeah.
go.
We can talk anytime, Raida. You have my Discord.
Hey man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate
Thank
the
you.
chat for being here.
Yes, thank you, chat. You're fantastic. Thanks for listening.
All right, I'm gonna fucking say goodbye. Thank you for everyone who's been here. Toast for the donos, Pina, Sky, Acumen, Sol Dio, Aiko, Doom, Xerox. Did I say Pina? If not, whatever, Pina. Fucking
Can I get some peace
Kaiju.
signs in chat? Can we get
Peace
some peace
signs.
signs in chat?
I would
Peace
do
sign?
it, but my hands are not movable.
Everyone, can I
Stream
get some
Raida and
peace
Jay,
signs in chat,
yup.
please? This is my
And and with that, I will say, bye.